All right, all right, all right. Shout out to everybody lined in basketball community. What is going on with everybody? You know me, outside out of mind, staying out the way. But we're gonna get to this topic of the day. You know, while we get to this topic, and this is something that I've been saying for a long time, right? 8 years ago, or whatever the case might be, because Jay Reid has been with the Lakers 8 years, but there's something that I said 8 years ago, and and I just realized it's coming to fruition, right? Um, Shout out to everybody once again. Shout out to Gigi is chilling. Y'all go subscribe to Gigi is chilling. She's live right now. Um, she's part of the family as well. Shout out to Two Raw for TV, man. Shout out to Two Raw. Shout out to Ticket. Shout out to 7 8 Sports, the founder. Shout out to my boy Hollywood Hearn. Shout out to Showtime, man. Shout out to my boy Greenleaf. Shout out to my boy Ron, Ton, Trey, Martavius, Alizi. Man, the list just goes on and on and on. I don't want to miss anybody, but I'm waiting for everybody to come on in. We gonna get into this. But anyway, what I said 8 years ago, all right, when he joined, when Ticket brought the news that he was gonna sign with the Lakers, right? I said something that hit home, right? And then when I said it, at that time, because I was doing my No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. No, I wasn't doing my own thing. I was still, you know, over there. But what I said though, and it came true what I said, that what he was going to do to the Lakers, right? He was going to get rid of everybody. He going to get rid of all the assets, and people talking about he saved the Lakers. He ain't saved nothing. Lakers was already champions. Granted, we know Kobe Bryant was, injuries just his body just broken down after that, right? So a lot of people don't understand at that time. I mean, the media was pushing that, Kobe need to take a pay cut. They ain't saying nothing about Jay Reid taking a pay cut. I don't hear nobody saying he don't need no pay cut. But the same thing what I was saying though 8 years ago was like, hey, he was gonna trade everybody and the Lakers ain't gonna have nothing nowhere near to stand on. They didn't have nowhere near legs to stand on if you look at it. If you look at the bigger picture, they had to get somebody else to buy the team, and then and this is a known fact, and this ain't hate. This is all facts. This is just my opinion though as well. I don't want I've never been the type person that I never wanted people to think how I think because everybody don't think alike. I'm not the type person that believes everything I hear what somebody say on TV kind of thing, especially mainstream. No, I just don't do it. I just can't do it. But anyway, it's getting really ugly right now because what he has done to the organization, and for people to sit here and say that his tenure with the Lakers is not a failure. He just won a chip and that's it. Nah, man. Laker greats used to two or three, two, three, four, five, right? Look at his 8 years since he been with the Lakers. You could just run down the line. How many first round exits or how many not making the playoffs? You know what I mean? Jay Reed, you have never, absolutely never, I mean absolutely never would have made it. You ain't never played a Laker uniform in the finals. You ain't never played in Crypto Arena in the finals. Man, get this dude up out of here. Class is in session. I'm checking on all contenders. Do not play with me today. I'm trying to tell y'all this for years. This man has been the ultimate jealousy of Kobe Bean Bryant. He's trying to. They want to see Jay Reid is one of them kind of people. He act like he's cool with you. You dig what I'm saying? And then boom, he's showing everybody who he is. Look how they killed Kyrie for leaving. Kyrie found a lot of people don't even know they killed Kyrie for leaving, but he just didn't know he was trade bait. Kyrie got up out of there before he even could trade him. Man, get this dude out of the. Hey, take you and your son, your Make a Wish kid, need to get up out of here. You need to go. So you want to poke your chest out. So you want to poke your chest out, talking about, oh, we need to be in competition. I got to say this too. DeAndre Ayton is not saving nothing for the Lakers. Nothing. Nothing. I'm standing 10 toes down what I said, and people coming at me. I don't care. Y'all, y'all are Reid fans. A dude that constantly in every one of his speeches that he always like to say, "I'll never cheat the game." Man, yeah, you did cheated the game. You cheated that hairline. That you cheated that hairline that you got. You was able to get every trade that you wanted. There's only twice. It's only twice. Oh, only once that I never seen the Lakers didn't give you anything that you want. Just once. Just once. And then you and your agent, it's obvious, y'all. This man do not care about he's the NBA been calling in this dude since junior high. This is one thing I don't understand about y'all fanboys, right? Even y'all fangirls too. This is one thing I don't understand about y'all. The truth is right there in y'all face. The truth is in your face. I'm gonna say it again. The truth is in your face. It's in there. It's all in your face, and you still don't get it. Shout out to everybody again in the chat, man. Let me see. Shout out to my boy Sterling. Shout out to Cotton, CC Motion. Is that who I think it is? Hold on. Yeah, she don't have no backbone. That's fast. I gotta make sure. And everybody know how we do it over here, right? We we don't deal with disrespect. We respect legends. So if you on some disrespectful stuff, you are not. I'm telling you, we don't block trolls. We do not block trolls. I'm waiting on everybody to come on in. I was chopping up around time before I started this stream, so I'm waiting on Brody to come on in. And anybody else want to come in, and give their thoughts about it because this is crazy, man. So what else do you need? You're gonna make that little statement, and then again, you love, you love being in the spotlight. You love being in the spotlight. You try to hate on Cooper Flag. Well, well. I never had what he had. Jay Reed, you had so many great players that played with you, bro. People just act like the first 7 years you was in Cleveland. You had some good teams, bro. Especially them two teams that you had the best record. No, not the best record. No, you had the back-to-back 60-win teams. Come on, man. I always said this about you, Jay Reed. You could have the Avengers. You can have the NBA. You can have the West All Stars or Team LeBron, and y'all lose. You never. You never take accountability for any, excuse me, for anything. Yeah, she let him ruin it. Like I said, he was going to do it. But people coming at me, talking, "Oh, you just a hater." How I'm a hater? Everything I said came to fruition. Boy, hush, man, you hush. You hush. Gems from Mr. Skinny Yellow Tea. Boy, you hush. You coming up here talking reckless, you can be up out of here real fast. Like, that little super stuff you get right now. Oh yeah, we about to get this dude up out of here. We about to get this dude up out of here. Y'all dudes, you sir, you on some you on some gay stuff right now. That's not tolerated. So goodbye. As we gonna do my hey man, hey y'all, we ain't kicked nobody out of here in a long time. But we got one for you. I'm not even gonna mention your name. I already mentioned it. But okay, we about to get it. We about to get it. Mhm. 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 A ranch like me, I was lost. See, Lord, we coming here to you as we know how, Lord, just to know, just to let you know, just to let you know. And you can get up out of here too by here. Bye. Nah. Hey y'all, anybody that got a wrench, kick these dudes out of here for don't let me get a chance to block them. Cause this is the Lord's time right now. Cause we about to kick these people out of here. Y'all love to say some gay stuff. What is wrong with you? You a grown man. You a grown man saying some gay stuff. No, you want to sit there and bend him over. That's what y'all want to do. See, when the truth comes out, y'all don't like truth. Man, get these dude up out of here. No, no, nah, he's gone. What's up, my boy Big Worm? What's good, man? Salute to you, bro. Get this dude up out of here too. Both of them gone. Coming off the top rope, man. What is wrong with these dudes, man? With this gay stuff, man. Man, these people crazy, man. But anyway, that's all it takes. That's just all it takes. Cause I remember when I first started, JV fans coming here trolling. Dude showed his Johnson, showing all kind of crazy stuff to the whole world. You know. Shout out to Annie K. I never forget that day that dude was sitting there, hey man. Man, hey, Big Worm, man, we've been saying that for years, man. These dudes want to be Jay Reed. They want to be Savannah so bad, bro. They want to be Savannah, man. And I ain't no homosexual, so y'all can just miss me with that stuff, man. That let me know y'all dudes don't really got no daddy, man. Y'all dudes ain't never had no father in your life. Y'all dudes ain't never had no father in your lives, bro. Ain't had no father figure. Because I never seen so many grown men type some of the gayest stuff that I ever seen in my life. Anyway, I'm gonna drop the link, man. And I'm waiting for everybody to come on in. I know everybody was chopping it up. Shout out to Gigi though, once again though, man. She been doing the y'all go subscribe to Gigi is chilling, man. Come here and talk like and got some sense. Talk some logic. Oh man, it's all good, Roy Williams, man. I ain't paid attention to that Diddy trial, man. I haven't. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said DB. You hear what these do? Hey, DBC, hey, man, what's wrong with these dudes, man? Oh, man, what's wrong with these dudes, man? Oh, God. Mr. Skinny takes a bubble bath, and, man, you can get your behind up out of here. Get your ass up out of here. Yeah, I said it. Get your behind in here. You messed up the amazing grace, so now we're going to have to do it again. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound that say, yeah, save a wretch like you, 'cause that's what you gonna need. Gonna sit here talking about you a bit, man. Y'all dudes is crazy, man. You can't, man. Y'all dudes is crazy. Hey, Leezy, what's up with these dudes, man? What's up with these JV boys, man? Man,
What's
what's
good,
wrong with
bro?
y'all? Nah, man,
I
dudes
don't
get
know what's
mad, man.
wrong with these niggas, man.
I just had to kick two dudes off back to back. Shout out to my boy Big Worm in the building. Big
Did
Worm,
you?
hey, Big Worm in the comments. Big Worm, man, you know you could pull up, bro. Hit that link, bro. That's my boy. Like he said in the comments, these dudes want to be Savannah so bad, bro. These and this is the thing, though. No,
Yeah, they
but
do.
but the thing is this though. Name one thing that I said that has not been factual information. Everything that I said has been facts and it's been documented and it got tapes. I
Right,
got tapes like Johnson about it. So why y'all getting
right,
mad at me for something that really happened? And then for I don't care about people giving my props. I don't care about, listen, this is not no rat race. I don't care about being all in the algorithm and all this other stuff because we already know you play by the rules, you play by the rules. I did it my way, my authentic way. I didn't go up on Ticket Channel just getting subscribers and subscribers. I waited till I knew I was ready. And then once I was ready, shout out to Ticket. I ain't gonna never. Shout out to all the homies, even dudes that I know don't even come over here. You already know who you are. Many of you. Stay where you at, bro. Don't come over here. And keep that same energy you was hating in the comments, cause I got some receipts on a lot of people. Don't mess with me, man. I don't bother nobody. I don't mess with nobody. But when I do try to show some people love, you got some people that's want to hate. That's supposed to be part of the family. That let you know everybody that's in the family is not your family. In that case, look at Jay Reid for instance. Everybody think he's family, right? That dude ain't no family member, man. I know Lakers, man. You ain't no real Laker. How you a real how this dude's gonna be considered one of the greatest Lakers ever, and this dude ain't never played a Laker game in the crypto arena. Man, y'all better stop.
Dorian Finney-Smith to the Rockets.
Somebody got to echo.
I said Dorian Finney-Smith to the Rockets.
Oh yeah, that's a good look right
Yeah.
there. Hey Jacory, you gotta get the browser off. Uh, Get off YouTube and just get on the StreamYard.
All right.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a good pickup for that's a good pickup for the Rockets though.
Yeah, it is.
But then again, that hurt Luca because you know Luca wanted him on that team though. So
Right, because he they defender and he they outlet knockdown 3-point shooter. He played with him in Dallas, so
you know,
Said Jay Reed at it again. What he do?
what you mean? What he did? You didn't hear his comment? What he said today
I ain't
about
heard
Rich
before
Paul?
me. What he say about Rich Paul?
Oh, Rich Paul came out and said that he's opted in his last bit of his contract and basically he's doing an alpha beta with the new owner, basically saying that if you ain't trying to compete for his championship, you know, he basically gonna leave and walk. Who gives you the ultimatum? Because you the one that bled the
My
Lakers
thing
dry.
is, my thing is, who gives a fuck? Get your bitch ass up through then.
That part. Man,
that
this
part.
G Core coming off the top, bro. What's up, G?
I'm just saying, bro. You complain about if they don't give me what you want, nigga. Nigga, what?
Cry baby, I told y'all.
That's some
Man,
girl
listen,
shit, man.
man,
Get your faggot ass up through, dog.
Straight girl shit,
man,
bro.
it's just like him and his fan, his little fanboys in the comments. You know what I'm saying? It must be summertime out there in Louisville. The kids, how summer is out there in Louisville.
Man, it's been hot in the motherfucker out here, G. I ain't even gonna lie. It's been hot as shit, but it's calming down now.
Shit, it ain't hot where I'm at. We just get that wind. That job be pissing me off. Only way you can get some real sunshine, you got to
But yeah,
drive
dog,
2 hours.
I can't believe he said that, man. If I was that new management, man, I would have thought, man, get up, dude. We don't even need you no more. I would have just
Man,
kept looking
boy.
down and just been like, man, get up. After hearing that, what I told you to get up, dude. I said, man, we
This
gonna
is the
pay you
thing,
out.
though. Right. But this is
I
the
said we
thing,
would
though.
have.
Go ahead and finish what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Now I said I would have paid him that 56 million. Would have told him they gonna be a free agent. And then what's crazy was I heard about him being a lot of teams don't even want the nigga. A
Nah,
lot of
because they
teams
know
don't
what
even want. They don't even want trade for the nigga.
and why. Because they already know what kind of dude he is. But at the same time, what Trey was saying, though, because we seen all the great players do it, right? We seen KG went back to Minnesota so he could retire. You see what I'm saying? We seen all the great ones, go back to their team that drafted them and retire. But my thing is, I don't see Cleve. I can see Cleveland taking them back, but then I don't because they already been in contention. They've been making the playoffs the last couple of seasons.
So
So you
did.
must be outside.
Now I'm on the bus.
Oh, you good? You good? But nah, man, I would love that in the trade him to Portland. Boy, Portland ain't gonna want him, bro.
Now I just can't
Portland,
believe that.
Portland might
I
make the
just can't
playoffs
believe.
next year.
I just can't believe that type of girl ass shit came out that man's mouth and say some shit like
I'm
that.
not surprised,
They
but
ain't gonna
this is
give
the
me what you
thing.
want. Nigga, who are
Right.
you?
Dude, he's been doing this his whole career, bro. And this is something that dang the former owner said about him. Said you remember he said that he's a quitter.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that. This is just proving Dan Gilbert's point. Uh,
Now, now I see why Jenny Bus sold the motherfucker. Who won't keep dealing with this nigga, dog?
Not only that though, but Jenny, but she didn't have to me. She, she didn't have what her dad had. You know what I'm
I've been
saying?
telling
Yes, she
people
learned.
that.
I've been saying the same thing for years though too.
I ain't gonna
You
lie.
know,
Dr. Bus, if Dr. Bus was still alive, LeBron wouldn't even be on the Lakers.
nah, man, they won't that won't even. And my thing is now that it's coming to an end, and he knows it's coming to an end, right?
So, dude.
He knows it's coming in, so now he's trying to, and then he got his all little minions on TV just testing line for him. I don't know I don't know what the Lakers going to say. I don't know what the Lakers going to do. Like, and then the dude sat there and said, "This is what the dude that went to I forget his name. He went to the same college as Steph Curry at Davidson. He said, "This is what
Yeah.
LeBron James. This is what Jay Reid does. He wants all the power. And basically have a strangle on the franchise." You can't have a strangle on the franchise and do, man, I can't wait for this dude to go so I can go back and root for the team that I grew up loving. You ain't Kobe
Facts.
Bean Bryant. You never was Kobe Bean Bryant. I don't care what nobody says. You've been jealous of that man for years. For years. You don't get the love like Kobe do. And all y'all dudes that are
Really
sitting there
don't.
hating on him for years, and T-Mac, I see that you apologized for what you said, but that don't deteriorate what you said, bro. I'm just saying, bro. You let me down, T Mac. Because out of anybody,
Man.
you said you stayed with Kobe Bryant, yada 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 yada. You should already know how that man gets down. And you didn't sit there and defend that man's honor on national TV. I lost a lot of respect for you as a person.
Mm.
Because then again, who on ESPN that keeps it real no more? They got rid of all the good reporters. Just
I
think
ain't gonna
about that.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. Why you think NBC brought Jordan back? They got tired of that shit.
Let me just think about this, Jacory, and anybody that's listening. Just think about this, right? ESPN used to be, you know, they used to be on top of everything, right? Now it's
So
not even
did.
like that no more. Cause look at it ain't that. You know what? Hey, Paul, I'm gonna say this, right? I think, in my opinion, he ain't leaving until he get both of his sons in the league. Cause y'all remember Bryce plays at Arizona this year, this coming
Yeah.
season as a freshman. So I'm gonna see him a lot because he played in the Big 12. I watch all the major conferences too, but he's gonna be so I'm gonna be checking it real close on him though. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do. But that new owner, I don't think he ain't gonna be backing down from no Jay Reid, bro. Jay Reid, I'm telling you, man, you think your power and your manipulation, you think it can work on everybody? It's not gonna work, bro. It's not.
Really ain't.
It ain't. I mean, we could just say what it is. Let me go to NBA.com to see what else been going on out here till everybody comes in. Okay, so free agency latest in agreements. Okay, this is the last day in June. The NBA all-time leading scorer will be staying put in Los Angeles as LeBron James plans to exercise player option for 2025-26 with the team. James Harden plans to resign with the Clippers. Former Kia MVP winner James Harden planned to opt out of his deal for 2025-26, but will sign a new deal worth 81.5 million to stay with the Clippers. Jaren Jackson Jr. signs a 5-year deal with the Grizzlies. The All-Star center expected to agree a 5-year, $240 million deal with Memphis. Aiton's entered free agent. Portis has bought out the contract of former number one overall pick DeAndre Ayton, making him a surprise addition to the 2025 free agency. Dorian Finney-Smith is heading to the Houston on a 4-year, $53 million contract, according to multiple reports. And it says report Clarkson's become a free agent. The Kia's Sixth Man of the Year winner is finalizing a contract with the Jazz and will become a free agent. And these are just everything. I'm almost finished, y'all. And it says Adam will return to the Grizzlies. Memphis is bringing about center Santi Adam on a 3-year, 52.5 million. And, Julius Randle, he's agreeing to a 3-year, $100 million contract with Minnesota. Portis is staying with Milwaukee, one of the NBA top reserves, declined the option for 25-26 and instead agreed to a 3-year, 44 million to stay. That's I don't see them. I ain't figured nobody was gonna get him anyway because he won the championship with Giannis, so I don't see him leaving. Thunder signed Jalen Williams to an extension. Oklahoma City announced it has signed big man Jalen Williams to an extension, a year that is 3 years worth up to 24 million. And last but not least, guard Cam Spencer is returning to the franchise on a 2-year, $4.5 million contract. So that's the free agency things as of right now. Salute, Alex. Man, just get this dude up out of here, man. That's all I'm waiting for. Just get this dude up out of here. Hey, hold it down for me. I'll be right back.
All right. He ain't lying though. Let's get this nigga up out of here.
All right, all right. But yeah, it's just, I mean, look, he's showing you who this man is. He's showing everybody in the world who he is. And I don't see how people always want to get upset about something that I said 8 years ago. 8 years
Shit,
ago.
years ago.
I,
Hey, T, why you
I
seen that
said,
video of that nigga when he tried to walk through New York and they busted him?
oh, you talking about when I ain't see that, but I seen Shout out to Two Raw. I seen
Just
Two Raw did a video on it. Hey, it's I don't care what he do. He just need to leave the Lakers. Just go. I'm not coming
facts.
back. I told y'all, I'm not rooting for this dude until he's gone. He ruined the team that I
Man,
grew up loving. I mean, and destroyed it to the T. Everything.
everything.
It's so bad they drafted his son too. He drafted a Make a Wish kid on the squad. Man, y'all dudes better stay away from me. He destroyed. I don't care what nobody say. They tell me this dude is better than Kobe. Name 8 year stretch Kobe had that was better than what he had. But Kobe had injuries. That's the thing. LeBron, they never, Jay Reid, they never had a catastrophic injury. Never, never. And you was able to get a head start by they played you from the rip. They gave you the keys to the team for rip. You shouldn't even have that scoring record. If they count all the travels and the offensive fouls, you won't even have no scoring record. This is Lucas time now. It ain't your time, Jay Reid. You just mad now that you mad now and your homie, you mad now. I don't care what you do. This is not and this ain't no hate. This ain't no hate. This is my opinion. This ain't no hate. You are ruined the game that I love. The NBA is ruined because of you. Let's just keep it a buck here. But they want to blame KD for teaming up. That's what ESPN like to do. They like to cover their tracks. You know what I'm saying? Oh, KD, when KD signed with the Golden State Warriors, they took all the competition out the league. Miami didn't do the same thing either. See, they don't keep that same energy. And we already know KD was cooking his behind in 2012. He should have, the Thunder should have won that series because they was the better team. But they didn't want Jay Reid to fail. So I don't want nobody to come up in here talking about some uh, um, the Lakers and the Kings series. Man, we can go how many series to Jay Reid's career, but y'all don't want to start. Don't play with me because I got the tapes. I got every NBA Finals. Okay, get this dude up out of here. Hey, DBZ, that's funny right there, bro. He said why? He said I don't know why they draft a water boy when you can have a water boy for far more cheaper. Hey, Roy, exactly 5 decades, man. It's like 5 decades with this, bro. 5 decades of it. And I have not been rooting for the. And this is another thing about me. When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm take it to the bank. When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. When I say something, I'm gonna do it. When I don't want to do, I'm just keep it real. I'm just that kind of person in life in general. At the same time, y'all dudes want to sit there and want to call me fake Laker fan this, but fake Laker fan. I know where you be getting the information from, but none of y'all dudes would never come over here though. You'll never come over here. You can go all over there in these other little channels and but at the same time, the truth is the truth. Wrong is wrong is wrong is right. Right from wrong. I was right. I was right this whole time about this dude, and it's gonna get even worse for this dude. Just wait back and sit back and relax.
It really is gonna get worse. It just keep exposing itself more and more.
Man, I ain't worried about these folks, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, he don't ruin the Lakers, bro. He don't ruin them. I mean,
Facts.
and now I mean, straight ruin them. And I don't care what nobody say. Everything he done with the Laker uniform is an epic failure. He failed. I don't want to hear no excuse. You can't bring Kobe Bryant into the equation. You can't. Y'all can't do that. Y'all always want to talk about his failures, but that's how you bounce back off your failures, right? That's what I was taught. Your failures was make you great. your downfall and overcoming everything. That what makes you who you are.
I agree with Roy. What Roy said in the comments, we had all that young talent. Let go because of this. Oh man, I'm gonna
Hey,
just
Roy,
look
and
it
I
up.
said it. I said it. Hey, a lot of people don't remember this, right? It's video information. You remember when he had Lonzo Ball, he had all the young Brandon Ingram, he had all of them right there during the interview. He literally sat there and said at his mouth that he can't win with these guys. That's what he said. There's too much video evidence out here. Y'all hit that like button. I don't care what y'all do in life, man. Y'all just hit that like button. I don't care about donations. I don't care about none of that stuff. Just tell the truth for what it is, man. This dude has been faking the funk on a nasty dunk. I don't see no kind of skill. He don't have a bag. You get away with traveling. You still can't dribble a basketball. Doing these fake injuries. You're going on hiatus like clockwork.
The
Then you
free
come
throws
back.
is
Oh, he's
horrible.
man. We ain't gonna get talk about this. Man, how many airball free throws that man shot last year alone? Matter of fact, he been doing it his whole career, bro. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Like it's like I don't see what these people see, bro. Like I don't. Like they just brainwash the media has literally brainwashed these young folks, man. And you got some older people that's my age brainwashed too, believe everything that they saying about this dude. You can't touch Mike. You can't touch Mike 'cause Mike is flawless. But everybody that know one thing, who was the closest thing to Mike? Kobe. So who gets the one that gets all the heat? Kobe. Now they want to try to downplay this man like he wasn't nothing. I know one thing, when Kobe was in the league, he had the league going. I know one thing, when Kobe was playing anywhere, he was getting booed and he was getting MVP chance no matter where he went.
I ain't
Those are
gonna lie.
facts.
I ain't gonna. One thing I can say about Kobe, if he go to your stadium, it's gonna get sold out.
Yeah, ain't nobody coming to see no Jay Reed, man.
Motherfuckers was coming to come see Kobe.
They coming to see that Barbie doll. I guess y'all JV fans mad because, hey, man, look, I don't endorse this dude. And if I
I
did endorse
remember.
him,
I
he
remember. I
should have been
remember
a
the one game.
politician.
I remember the one game when the Lakers went to Atlanta. You should have seen how many people came out.
Man, hey, I know my little sister be like, bro, you be on Jay Reed. Don't talk about LeBron like that. Sis, it's the truth. He don't got y'all fooled, too. Man, we already know
And
Paul
then,
Gasol wasn't the best player in 2010. A lot
and
of
then
people
Dwayne.
forget.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Dwayne Wade gonna say that stupid ass shit he said about games. Man, that man
Say it
damn near
all.
average.
I got
He
a
damn near
question for
averaged
D
30
Wade.
at 7 at
D Wade, I gotta
series.
ask you a real personal question, bro. I gotta ask you a real personal question, man. Why you capping for this dude? This dude didn't even tell you he was leaving. Not once, but twice. He didn't even tell you. Not once, but twice. He didn't even come to your engagement when you was when you was getting into the Hall of Fame. He didn't even come for that. And he wasn't at the Kobe statue. He wasn't at the Kobe thing either. Like y'all gotta stuff this stuff. Who this dude is? I don't know who this is. Hold on. Yo,
Salute, bro.
hey, salute. Hey,
Yeah.
Decor, just put your mic, put your phone, put your thing on mic till you say something. Okay, we good. Yeah. What's good, Elgin?
What's going on, Soldier? How you feeling, man? First time tuning in to your channel, though. Now, when I was coming in, I know you were saying something about Dwayne Wade. I ain't catch that. What you were saying about Dwayne Wade?
I didn't understand the capping for that D Wade's doing because the dude didn't tell you twice in his career that you was getting traded.
Hmm.
He left him, and then you gonna sit there and say Paul Gasol? Come on, and if I remember correctly, it was Game 3, I think. It was Game
Hmm.
3 or Game 4 in the NBA Finals. You was there with your son watching Kobe. It
Kobe.
wasn't Paul Gasol.
Right.
You was
Right.
watching Kobe.
Saying,
And
wow,
we
that.
already know, right? You remember we hit that
Hmm.
long three? It
Uh-huh.
was just like. I'm like, what is wrong? Look,
But Kobe
these
always been the
fans,
standard though. That he always been the
yes,
standard. Out of their mouth, Kobe is the best player though. So I just don't get, man. It's just like I said, y'all didn't say nothing when this man was alive though, man. And all of a sudden he can't defend himself. It's like, man, like a yeah, like these players like who play, they need to speak out though, man. You know what I'm saying? They
the
need to
thing
speak out
about it
though.
though, that's true. But the thing is, by ESPN always been like this. Well, they've been like this now since Jay Reid and Clutch Sports have took over. Now it's a whole bunch of yes men's, and they even. I said this earlier. ESPN used to be the standard. They
Right.
not the standard no more. They not, because now you got WNBA players talking about NBA basketball. No,
Right.
I ain't got. I look. I ain't got no. It's all right with me, but at the same time, but we know when y'all cap. Y'all give everybody the smoke. They give everybody the smoke. This man is acting like he's the only. That I've never seen a player in my life that never been. He never been accounted. He never blamed myself. I never hit. See you thank Kyrie Irving. I never see you
Right.
thank Chris Bosh. I
Mm-hmm.
never see you thank Dwayne Wade. Even D Wade, even though he's lying and capping for you now.
Right.
I never see you thank Ray Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can just keep going on.
It's all him. It's all him though,
It,
man. It's
I
all
mean,
about him.
I can't wait. And I predicted this 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming to fruition right now. The dude destroyed the Lakers, bro. He
Yeah, he did
destroyed them.
that.
I don't care what nobody say. And
Yeah.
pass my message on for people that disagree with me that are a Laker fan, talking about this dude is not an epic failure. Man, he won a chip. That chip don't mean nothing. He
Nothing.
still ain't played a Laker final NBA finals in a
Right.
Laker in Laker land. He has yet to do that. Yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all might as well seem like Jaheim. Never. Don't play, man. Like, man, hey, Elgin, man,
Yes,
it's
it's
sad,
terrible,
bro.
man. It's disgusting though, man. The way they doing Kobe though, man. It's sad though, and all this
But
he
then
had.
again, we can't be. And then again, I
Mhm.
mean to cut you off. Then again, we can't be surprised though, because look, we already know what they did to Jesus in his right hand, man. You feel
Yeah,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So,
right, right,
which
right.
so, and it just dawned on me what the old school people was telling me back then. They was like, man, when you get older. Basketball gonna be y'all talking about women watching soap operas. Shoot,
Mhm.
basketball gonna be like soap operas. I'm like, what you mean? I was always wanting to be like, okay, yes, ma'am, no, sir, okay.
Right,
I was like,
right.
what did they mean? Because I
Now you
always
see.
looked at TV different when I was
Mm,
younger. Because I remember, like, for instance, when Snoop Dogg came out with that video, "Murder Was a Case That They Gave Me," right? I remember
right.
going to school the next day and people was like, "Hey man, did you watch the video?" I was like, "Yeah, but he sold his soul to the devil." Man, he ain't selling his soul to the devil, man. Like he said it in the video.
Mm-hmm.
In the video, he was talking. Man, y'all don't get up, man. People thought I was crazy back then, bro. So this, I'm in my 40s now, and my
Right.
homeboys in home that's still there, like, man, T. Pratt always like I've always been like that, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew J Reed was a snake. He tried to come to LA and one up Kobe, but at the same time he pissed on his own back. Hey J Reed, give Kareem give Kareem back his basketball, man. You don't deserve that basketball, man. Kareem didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
give it to you anyway. I saw it in,
Right.
excuse me, I
Mm-hmm.
saw it in his eyes.
Yeah, yeah. He wasn't so thrilled about that though, man. Wasn't so happy about it. But like you said, yeah, he definitely destroyed that franchise though, man. It's like, man, it's always something, with him like Foz. It's never everything gotta be perfect with this dude though, man. Instead of just, um, you know, um let things play out. Everything is a quick fix with him.
Right. I
Yeah,
agree. Like,
yeah,
man,
everything's a quick
it's
fix with him.
sad. People like, man, T Price, man, you don't root for. I'm like, dude. I'm saying what I said on Ticket Channel 8 years ago when he signed with the Lakers. I'm not rooting for this team until they get this dude up out of here. And then he gonna
Yeah.
try to poke his chest out and tell me, oh yeah, if the Lakers ain't trying to build for a championship, I'm out. Bye and take your Make a Wish son with you. He ain't destroyed the entire league. I've been telling people that for years, but they say I'm a hater, dude.
Yeah,
Y'all can't hate facts. Y'all
right.
can't hate facts and truth.
But how you
These
trying to
dudes,
how you trying to win?
go
But you
ahead.
opt in though. You opt in though, bro. How you trying to win?
This dude ain't trying to win, bro.
Yeah, you ain't trying to win. You saying your mouth saying one thing, but your actions saying another thing. So like I said, man, I won't be surprised if he do leave. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, like I said, the Eastern Conference wide open. I won't be surprised if he try to sneak back,
Yeah,
back to the
yeah.
East. You know what I'm saying? Where all the
To make
players,
his path easier, right? Because all the
yeah,
players are hurt and everything.
yeah,
But it's one thing I
yep.
said back then, though. I was
hmm
like, y'all talking about this 8 straight in the East and all that. That was the worst. If y'all do y'all best, this is when I get upset with the youngest. I don't get
And they
upset
and
with. I
they
don't.
know though, man. They know it was weak
And,
though. They just don't want to admit it
and
though.
some of them actually don't know. But then
Mhm.
if we actually telling them, we showing visual evidence of it, they still don't. They'll still refute that. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just like, dude, like they always want to say, like for instance, we watch. I don't know how old you is, but I watch all coach.
I'm
I watch Magic.
40.
I'm older.
40. I just turned
Yeah,
40.
go ahead.
hmm
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll be 47 in a month. Actually 2 months, but actually, yeah, 'cause you might as well say this is the last day of June. But anyway, I've been watching the Lakers since then, bro. And not only the Lakers watch all NBA games, all the teams, because back then, it would just be TBS, TNT,
TNG, yeah. ABC.
CBS.
It was
And then
ABC.
NBC, the NBC
NBC.
came out with the NBC start. And I used to love NBC back in the day because that's how they taught us about all the teams. I remember
Right.
ESPN used to talk about all the teams and what they need to do to get better next season and yada yada. Now it's just about the brand. These players just care about the name and his brand.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
nah, bro, if the Lakers really want to win, you want to sign Bronny. I mean. Y'all want to
hmm
draft. If you was really about winning, you want to sign him.
Right. But now you was going somewhere about that weak East though. I'm not gonna let you stray
Oh yeah.
away though. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, we staying right there. We staying right there. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go right there. Go and
Yeah.
educate him.
hmm
Matter of fact, let me go to. Matter of fact, I'm in the West Coast. Shout out to everybody once again, man. It's 403, man, out here in the West, man. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. You know how YouTube get, man. When you tell the truth, they don't put you in the algorithm. But if I was a straight liar like Jay Reid, they'll have
Right.
me in there conning all y'all folks. But when you keep
Right.
it real, they don't like that.
hmm
Okay, all right, we're gonna go to basketball reference here, right? All these years they made it to all his basketball reference. There we go. And we're gonna see something here. All right. Of course his name pops up. I'm like, dude, first thing I see his name. I put Jay Reid in there. Lord have mercy. They already know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so we're gonna break this thing down here. You know, Okay, so all this time, okay, when he went to 8 straight finals. That's when he was in Miami, right?
Right.
He did it Miami, then he ended up going.
Back to
Okay,
Cleveland.
so
Going back to Cleveland.
yeah, so we gonna go. He left '09. Okay, 2010 and 11.
hmm
There was nobody there because you remember Derrick Rose.
hmm
That team was coming.
Coming
He
up and
they
coming.
benefit they benefited from Derrick Rose being hurt because Derrick Rose was coming.
Oh
Everybody
yeah.
saw D Rose was gone. And sorry, sorry, what's his name? He's captain for LeBron too. You used to play at Duke, the black Jason Williams.
Oh Jay, well, yeah, yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Jay
hmm
Will was nice though. He was cold though. I ain't gonna lie. He was cold. He got that motorcycle and messed up his career. Now he becoming the biggest capper of the year.
Right.
Man, nobody respect you. And during
hmm
that time, bro, you ain't had no comp. But Toronto Raptors, they were babies.
Come on, man. We already knew what they was. They choke every year they get in the playoffs.
Man, and
Come on.
then they used to call the Rosen the frozen one. I'm like, man, why y'all calling that dude like that, bro? I used to like the Rosen. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? As a player.
but you seen it though. You see why they called him that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
he
But
lived up. He
I
lived up
said,
to the name. He definitely lived up
but
to
then
it.
it but my thing is they gave the person the wrong nickname. They should have gave it to Jay Reed because he's the frozen one.
Yeah, yeah. Because look, I'm looking
Man,
at it
yeah,
like when they play. Because like you said, okay, yeah, LeBron did make it to the finals before Miami. But everybody, I mean, okay, he made it to the finals though. I get that, you know what I'm saying. But nobody brings up the same thing with Allen Iverson. He carried his team to the finals too in the same Eastern Conference, right? So
Jackson.
my thing is, Iverson got a game off of Kobe and Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
LeBron got swept, huh?
that was on his birthday too, right?
Yeah, that was on his yeah.
Yeah, man, I
So
remember that game like it was yesterday. I
yeah,
was
and
there the first 2 years they won the championship. I was living in Los Angeles at that time. That's why I
mm-hmm,
don't respect Max Kellerman. I
mm-hmm,
don't like Marcus Riley.
yeah,
Marcus Riley, he was a big liar. Now I'm gonna tell you why. There's too much video evidence out here on YouTube, y'all. You got people really open up the vaults. Even on shout out to the homies on TikTok. Keep putting them. I don't see how y'all can argue with them JV fans, and they always move the goalposts. They
right,
always
right,
want to talk about somebody else's player. And I always said this about all great players. There ain't nothing y'all can do about these players, y'all. Everything that they did in their career are set in stone. They
right,
are set in stone. This is why I blame ESPN though, because ESPN, y'all stop educating these kids. Y'all drop the ball. Now you got these kids thinking they can go against somebody like me or you that really know the game. You
mm-hmm,
watch it, see
mm-hmm,
all these errors.
right,
I
right,
don't
right.
rank players. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this again. I do not rank players. I do it according to your generation.
Okay, that's fair.
In my
That's
gen,
fair.
in the generation, Kobe and Duncan, but they still got a low ball Kobe. You know what they say? Well, Kobe, Duncan is 5-1, but when it goes to head for Kobe to get to that chip without Shaq,
Mm-hmm.
he
Yeah,
beat him, bro.
he beat him.
And I
Yeah.
like Tim Duncan. Shout out to
Oh
Tim
yeah.
Duncan. I think my boy Wilson get mad, man. That's
Oh
what
yeah.
shout out to my boy Wilson. Raise your
Oh,
hand.
oh
That's
yeah.
swimming
Duncan,
that.
no, Duncan definitely in my
Yeah.
top five though. If I do the ranking, he's in my top five. Kobe as well though. So, oh yeah, I know about Tim Duncan. He definitely was nice. Um, but what I was saying with the Iverson thing, like if you remember, the Lakers swept the whole West that year. I mean,
Yeah, they did.
man, come on, bro, they swept, and those is great teams. I mean, good teams. They were sweeping, and for them to sweep the whole West and for Allen Iverson to get one game off of them dudes, man, that's impressive though, man. That's very
And not only
impressive.
that,
And he did
let's
that in
educate
LA
them
though, bro.
though.
Huh?
Let's continue to educate them. Because you remember when the Lakers was going to the finals, a lot of people forget how good that Portland Trail that was an NBA Finals right there. We was
Yeah.
calling that the NBA Finals back then. It was like whoever
Mhm.
the Lakers, whatever team win right here, they was gonna win the chip. That's what we was talking at those. I don't know. Everybody gonna be like, "Hey, it's cap." No, that Blazer team was loaded.
Oh yeah.
They
You
was
talking about the
loaded.
2000? You talking about their first championship, right?
Yeah, when they beat Scottie Pippen,
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
beat
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Steve
yeah.
Smith,
Uh-huh.
Damon
They had
Stoudemire,
Bonzi Wells, man. They had
Fonzie.
Stoudemire, Brian Grant. Man, them
Well,
dudes
yeah, I
was
said
loaded
Brian
though.
Grant. They and they
Mm-hmm.
they also had they
Sabonis.
didn't even they had Jermaine O'Neal wasn't even playing Jermaine O'Neal like that. Them boys had a
Mm-hmm.
squad. Them
Yeah,
boys was they had
and
Ruben Patterson. Them
Patterson.
boys had a squad.
Then they had that dude. Or maybe he came later though. The dude. What's his name? What's it? Anderson? Something Anderson, number one. Or he came after it. I
Oh, you
forget
talking about
that boy.
Derek Anderson?
I think it
Derek
was Derek
Anderson.
Anderson. Yeah,
I think Anderson came later. I think right.
I think he
But
might have
let me
came
just
later. Oh, I think he may
I'm gonna
came
check
later
it out.
though. Yeah.
Hey, Da was nice though. He went to
Oh yeah.
Kentucky though. He was nice.
Oh yeah.
Da
He
was
was.
cold.
Yeah.
I remember him
Absolutely.
playing with the Spurs, and Kobe used to
Mm-hmm.
give him that work. And
Yeah.
Kobe used to give everybody, man. And you know what crazy though too? This respect is just at an all time high, right? Cause check this out. I know I ain't got all of it on here though, but and Kobe put some 40 ball, 50 ball, 60 balls. All it didn't have receive ballers. Thank you, Roy. Yeah, it didn't
What
have
you want?
Rasheed too.
Yeah, yeah. They was
Man,
low. Hey, bro, they was down 15. So you know what I'm saying. It took a miracle for them boys to come back. So that tells you right there. Like you said, whoever won that series was gonna win the championship. So
yeah.
yeah.
And
So
nobody didn't think the Blazers, and people was picking the Blazers to win the
and
series. I remember living at that
I
time.
sure picked the Blazers. I definitely picked them. You know
You
what
know,
I'm
I was
saying?
living in LA. My boy was like, "Man, who you going for?" Like, man, I'm going for the Lakers, man. But the Blazers, they deep, man. They just, I'm like, dude, they got Kobe. They don't. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I told them.
yeah, yeah. They definitely was deep into the Lakers though. Definitely, but
Boy,
Lakers
they
had
was deep.
two
Boy,
of
they
the
was
best
deep.
players though. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I tell you this
I used
though,
to,
with the Pippen, not to switch, I tell you this: if
yeah.
Mike was in Pippen's shoes and Mike up 15,
Ooh,
Mike closing that deal.
those are facts. We can't. That's
Yeah, that's the
undisputed.
difference between Mike and Pippen. Oh, he had Pippen. Yeah,
Right.
he had Pippen though, but Pippen was a Rodman.
But a lot of people don't. They don't understand though. Too. They always say, and this only this what you call it, all these all these
Mm.
things that's just coming up is coming from one fan base. It's coming
Yeah,
from one sports.
yeah.
Like
And
it's
bruh,
coming.
and look, Pippen had the chance, not to cut you off. Pippen had the chance to win without Mike though, man. He had the chance. Like you said,
Yeah,
they
he
was one
did.
game. Hey, bruh, they was one game away from the finals, man. One game
You
away.
remember? You remember he was with the Rockets. A lot of people forget he was with the Rockets.
Yeah, but Charles was done and the dream
Hey,
was
they
done
would
too.
have went to the finals if they didn't leave Stockton open, bro. You remember
Yeah,
Stockton with that dagger in their
you're
back?
right about that. Hit that three though. Yeah, you're right about that. I
If
forget
Stockton didn't hit that
Pippen was on that
three,
team. Yeah.
Houston was gonna go to the finals. A
See,
lot of
that's what
people
I'm saying.
forget
You put
that.
Jordan on that. Hey, look, you put Jordan on that team. They winning. That's what I'm saying. Pippen had his
And
chance. Hey, look, he had his chance to win without Jordan though, and to get more rain to one up on Jordan. But he didn't get the job
those
done.
are facts.
Yeah,
Those
he
are
just didn't
facts.
get
He
the
had
job
plenty
done,
of
bro.
chances. A
Huh?
lot of people forget that. You spend fast right there. A lot of people forget that time, bro.
Yeah.
They forget it, but they don't want to. Even if you're telling them, oh, they still gonna try to move the goalpost. And my thing is with this, with people, right? They got Shaq as the most dominant, but when you was dominating Shaq, and I like Shaq, he went to
Mhm.
LSU.
Oh
He
yeah.
played with Chris Jackson.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't remember this name too. You couldn't even get playing time over Stanley Roberts.
Hmm.
He ended up telling the story himself. Though I remember
See,
watching LSU and Chris
you a
Jackson,
little older
aka
than me. I
Mama
can't
Like You
remember
Old.
that. Like I said, I'm 40. I don't. Yeah, you a little older than me, so you could school me on that.
Hey, I watched him. I
Yeah.
watched him, bro.
Uh-huh.
When he at LSU spot, they ended up
Mhm.
losing to they ended up losing to Georgia Tech. Triple threat. They lost to Kenny Anderson, Dennis Scott, 3D. A lot of people forget Dennis Scott. He was with Dallas All American.
Mhm.
3D was that dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
you
they had
right.
Brian Oliver.
Mhm.
And look, and that even y'all remember, I'm so old. Well, NBA Live '95, Penny Hardaway, you
Yeah, I
had
remember that
Penny, you had
95.
Nick. Man, them boys
Uh-huh.
had a squad, bro. I
Oh yeah,
mean,
yeah,
and
yeah. That,
look,
that that live was
they
something
had a
else though.
squad.
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, I don't understand this man hate that he get like Shaq could have plenty of times to get it done, but he just didn't.
He didn't. Right, right.
He just didn't get it done. They could blame Nick Anderson all he want to for missing them four free throws, but I felt like to me personally, after Nick Anderson did miss them free throws, he wasn't the name. He wasn't the same player after that. To
But you
me,
saying he missed the free throw? You talking about when they played Houston in the championship, right? Now,
man, he missed.
what game was that?
I think that was game one. I think it
All
might
right,
have been
he still had three more.
game one.
He still had what, four more games to get it done.
I think it was if my memory, um, I think it was game one. I think game one. I think it was game one. I
Well,
think it was game one. Hold on now.
well,
Let me go
yeah,
look that up right quick.
yeah. If it was game one, you still had four more games, man. Like, I mean, like, because I hear when Shaq said, they beat Jordan, Chicago. They were so, up
Yeah.
about beating them. But I'm like, bruh, y'all still okay? If y'all lost the first two games, when was y'all gonna lock in? Like, okay, y'all beat Chicago, but it's a championship right now. Y'all couldn't even get a game, man. So I ain't trying to hear that excuse though. But the Nuggets just traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson though.
Who did?
The Denver Nuggets just traded Michael Porter Jr. and a 2032 first round pick to Brooklyn for Cam Johnson. So Denver got
That's a good one. They got
yeah.
him a shooter, and Cam Johnson can play. He can, and this is another thing too, because
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I'm gonna talk about this Thursday, but I can talk about it right now though. But the NBA draft, I watched the draft. I know, hey, yeah, I just wait, But one thing I know is about the draft now is the first round is basically one and done. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They got Mark King Jr. He went in the first round, but other than that, there was basically one and done players and players from overseas. Okay, then the second round it comes to the 4 year players who stayed 4 years. See, now that they value that, you know why? Know how long they've been valuing that? Let me give y'all a great example. Paul Pierce could have left after his sophomore year. He would have been a lottery pick. He decided
Mm-hmm.
to come back. to Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up losing to the eventual national champion, Arizona. They ended up losing to Arizona. That's why in his stock dropped. That's why he ended up being drafted the way he was drafted. You know what I mean? He betted on himself. But shout out to Paul Pierce though. He still man Paul Pierce was that dude. A lot of people don't know. I watched him when he was at Kansas though,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
way through his
Oh,
career.
respect to the truth. Yeah, yeah. I respect that.
Paul Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
And man, Paul Pierce was that dude. That's why, and a lot of people don't understand this though. Cause you remember they used to take jazz at him, talking about LeBron is better than you. He was like, dude, I used to kill LeBron. He used to give
Mm-hmm.
that man fits by himself before he
Yeah,
even had KG.
man.
Y'all better go check him, man. Y'all dudes crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. When he first came in the league, he said ain't nothing special about him. Like Paul Pierce was talking real trash to LeBron. Ain't nothing special about him. Like that's what he was
And he
saying
was,
though, bro. Like Paul
yeah,
Pierce
but
was
they were
going.
taking it as hate because they all
Yeah,
paid and bought for
yeah.
it.
I mean, it's basketball though, man. At the end of the day, I know Paul Pierce respect him as a player though, but man, when you out on that court though, man, all that
And
goes out the
nobody's
window,
better than
man.
you. You
I'm
already
not bow,
know.
yeah, I'm not bowed down to you just because you the first pick overall and then you call yourself the king, man. I'm not bowed down to that. Nah, oh nah.
Okay,
Like
let
Paul
me.
Pierce definitely was yeah he's definitely one of them guys though, man.
Yeah, they went 57-25 that year. Okay.
Now who is this you talking about the Orlando? See, that's where you at.
Yeah,
See,
yeah. The first game, um, they lost 120 to 118. The second one, they lost 117 to 106. I know it was one of the home games. Hold on.
and you said that first game was 120 to 118.
Yep.
That's what it sounded like it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, not to cut you off. Guess Bruce
Mhm.
Brown. Bruce Brown went right. He went back to the Denver.
The Nuggets
Yeah.
should have never got rid of him in the
They should
first
name
place.
there you go. So yeah, Denver. I like what Denver doing. Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
That
like what they
West is
doing.
going to be a gauntlet.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
West,
it is
the West,
though.
the West
And look,
always been great, though. I
and
mean, they
look,
always,
and guess what? That's why LeBron trying to get out of there.
yeah, that part too.
Hey,
Oh man.
nah, for real. He see how the West is though, man. It's different than that East though, man. I mean, I know he old now, but man, had LeBron been in that West, he wouldn't have been doing what he was doing in the Eastern Conference, man. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? By
That's
you,
why they shipped Carmelo to the West and let him thrive in the East. A lot of people don't get that.
mm-hmm.
They
Yeah, that's a
sent
good.
Melo to the West, and
Yeah,
I'll never forget it. I was with my homies, and we was like, man, my boy was a big time Pistons fan. He was like, man, we about to get Carmelo, and he was asking me about Carmelo. I was like, it's like, you don't know who Carmelo is? Like, no. I was like, T. Price, man, I know you know. You watch college, man. Why don't you tell me? I'm like, dude, Melo just won a national championship, bro.
yeah, right.
Melo was the main reason why they won a chip. And you notice when they did play Jay Reid in high school, guess who always win though? His high school
Mellow.
team beat. No, Melo team lost on Jay Reid's team, and I
Oh
was
yeah, okay.
surprised.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, somebody getting. I remember, hey, I've been watching the dude for a long time, bro. Like, I live,
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why people say we hating. LeBron say we hate, dude. You old too, bro. You in your 40s, bro. What are
Right.
you talking about? You
Mm-hmm.
still a kid at heart though, because nobody never checked you either. Because the NBA been calling into you for
Mm-hmm.
all these years since you was in junior high. All this stuff, dude. I don't care what nobody say, man. This dude is not who everybody thinks he is. I'm sorry, he's not. I don't believe it. He's not
Yeah.
better than Kobe to me.
Oh no,
I
he
don't
not
care
bad.
what people say. I don't care if he scored 80K points. If you
Yeah.
basically judge, you, when we was playing sports was growing up, did you care about winning second place?
No.
No, you wanted. I didn't care about that second place, third
But his
place.
fans,
You didn't get that first.
did. So it's crazy. His fans bring up that he made it to the finals. But check this out. And what's your name again? T Rock. T Rock.
Oh, just call me T Price.
T Price. Yeah, T Price. Yeah. Check this out though. Before
Hmm.
LeBron, okay, yeah, he went to one finals though. But let me ask you this question:
Right.
When did LeBron start going to back finals? When he what?
When you went to Miami.
Right. So when he formed a super team, right?
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly what he did.
So
Not
this
one, not two, not three, not
right,
four, not five,
right.
not six.
So
Yeah,
this
that
is my
part.
question. And not only that, he did it when he left Miami to do it in Cleveland too, right?
Yeah, he did that because he
So
saw Kyrie Irving coming. And
right.
then,
So
this is the thing too. This gives Steph
so,
elevates Steph to me over him too because he won a championship with Wiggins. He didn't give Wiggins a chance. Now imagine he
right.
gave Wiggins an opportunity. JB don't never give players
Right.
a chance. But go ahead.
Remember, I told you he always wanted the quick fits, but I was going somewhere about the super team thing. So when
Go
people
ahead.
when they say, "Oh, look what he played in the finals and all that," well, had he informed these super teams, he made his record probably won't even be the record that he got right now. You see what I'm
Ooh,
saying? So he
ooh.
only, like I said, he only made one finals, and that was early, like his third year in the league. So by him forming these teams and stuff like that, he want to have the record that he has. So they, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
true.
but my thing is when you're using against him, you go off his record. Oh, look what he played. But hold on, you can't have it both
No,
ways. Look at the teams that he had. So you can't have it both ways, though, bro. You can't.
I'm trying to pull up the stats from the. I think Nick. Hey, I got Lemon Pepper Lou. I bet you Lulu. Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Lulu?
Oh man, the Warriors just lost Looney. Dang.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lulu.
Michael
Hey,
Porter
Lulu.
Jr. got traded to the Nets. This is
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Porter Jr.'s opportunity to build his
yes.
career.
He
Cause
need a new
him
fresh
now,
scenery.
he got his own team now. This is
Man,
your
Yeah.
opportunity to build your career and show that you ain't just a role player. You can be a superstar on a team. And
I
you in
thought
the
Michael
East now?
Porter was gonna be better than he was. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, I
I thought
did
he
too,
was gonna
though,
be
man. He
better.
started off a
I
little
was.
hot. He started off like
Yep.
going to that direction, then he just fell off a little bit, man. You know.
I don't
You
give
know
up on
what?
nobody like him. I hope he does be able to fix it and turn it around. Hey, Lou, let me ask you this though. Hey, you remember when Nick Anderson missed them four free throws right against the Rockets, right? What
Yeah,
game was that? Was that game one or game two?
that
I
was
swore it was
game one.
game one. See, I
That was
was right.
game.
See, all the right, right. See, it's still in my brain,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
how much I was. This is how many years ago that was. Y'all dudes wasn't even born probably around that time. But carry on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I kind of like what the Portland Nets are doing. They gonna be a young team. They building their roster, and you got your one star now, Michael Porter Jr. Like, I'm sorry to see Cameron Johnson leave, but I think Portland Nets is going in the right direction right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want Brooklyn to actually do something because a lot of people forget the Brooklyn Nets used to be. Remember when Darren Williams was over there? They had some dudes over there, man. Even old boy, what's his name? He said Brook Lopez. A lot of people forget how cold Brook Lopez was when he was actually to play on the block. I remember he played
Hmm.
for the Lakers. They made him a
Hmm.
stretch big. I'm like, what? That's not his game.
Hmm.
Now that's what he does now. Shout out to Brook Lopez. You know what I'm saying? But Brook was
No,
cold,
no,
bro.
you, we all know
Them
why
Brooklyn
they made
teams
him
was cold back then.
TP. We all know why when we went to the Lakers, why they're trying to made him stretch big. Because Jay Reid tried to build a team like Kobe had when he had Paul Gasol.
How'd that work out for him?
Yeah.
Man, I just want this dude gone off the Lakers, man, so I can have something to cheer about, bro. 'Cause everybody be telling me all the time, man, you wear the Laker hat all the time. Yeah, I'm like, dude, like I'm Laker over everything. But at the same time, dude, and everybody keeps saying the same thing I be saying.
Uh.
I can't wait to Jay Reed. Well, they call him LeBron. I call him Jay Reed because he is a snitch. Because he got on the stand in the NBA Finals in 2016 and demanded the league need to go and look at the film and everything like that. Say it was that word is not appropriate, man. You know what I mean? The B word we used to say on the court, boy, that's all the time, bro. We grew up like that though. Man, dudes call you man. Once a dude know they can get in your head, that's it, bro.
He's a
If you grew up
hypocrite
in the
anyway.
'80s and '90s, you understand what I'm talking about. Or '70s.
Dude, LeBron's a hypocrite anyway, trying to force his way out of LA so he can go to another super team.
He ain't the
Trying to go
man
to
no more.
That's sad though, man. That's sad though, man. And but I thought it wasn't about rain culture though, man. You know, because my thing is,
It's
if you say you was
that
the GOAT
part.
2016, why are you still playing? If you call yourself the greatest of all time, what did you still playing for?
I don't think
and
he's going to retire till both of his sons get in the league. That's just my opinion.
and plus
No, okay.
I'm starting to agree with Trey that he's trying to go New York Knicks. I'm starting to agree with that because I think he's
Yeah,
behind the
that's the
whole.
best chance for him to win. That's we were just talking about
Thinking
that.
about that. Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm saying. He go right back in the East because he see everything wide open. Like as of right now, let me
everything is
ask both.
wide open.
Let me ask you both of y'all a question. Who, with the injuries that the East has, who y'all think
Mhm.
is the best team right now? Stands right now. Like,
Ooh, I will say the Cavaliers and watch out for the Orlando Magic. I think the Magic
oh yeah, the
they was
Magic.
knocking
Yeah,
on that door too, but Ben
yeah.
Carroll got hurt first with the
Right,
oblique injury, and
right,
then it
right.
was Wagner. Then Wagner, and didn't know his brother Mo Wagner, Martise Wagner. He's gonna be coming back next year. I got them. I think the Magic gonna make some noise though.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, I
they gave
agree.
up. I think they
He,
gave up on Caldwell Pope too easily though, man. But you know how the NBA is. These teams, these players, they change. They change more jerseys than they change their own draws. What's up, my boy
Yeah,
Chess Ready? What's good?
yeah.
I say,
So
I say Detroit.
Salute Cottage.
I say Detroit.
you got Detroit number one. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Oh,
Detroit. Yeah, Detroit.
oh, I can't
So
forget about the Pacers. Shout out who was in though too, man. Hey, who was in? I know he's a big time. Y'all need to go subscribe to his channel too, man. Hey, who was in though, man? Hey, man, keep grinding, bro. I know how they be blackballing your channel. Do they do me the same way? But when you stand on something, this is what they do. You just gotta fight the forces, bro.
And
You just
plus,
gotta
mhm.
fight.
I would not be like I said it too. I would not be surprised if LeBron James is behind that Don Staley being the head coach of the New York Knicks.
Why? So you
Yeah,
can run over her?
yeah.
Basically,
I can see it though. It depends on what Lakers do in the free agent. I can see him getting up out of there though, man. Like leaving it. Hey, look, like you said, messing the
Yeah.
franchise up and leaving. But here's the thing: most of his like I don't think LeBron ever did this since he been in the league. He always finished his contracts out, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they always say. But they did. But KD did the same thing too. They crucify him though. But this
Hmm.
is the thing though. I'm gonna hit on this right here. Lou know what I'm talking about. He just lost in 2010
Uh.
to JJ to JJ Barrera.
Oh yeah, Dallas.
Or
Yeah,
and
man.
another
Yeah.
thing too, and this is what they like to do. JJ Barrera was kicking the Lakers behind cooking Kobe too. Yeah, they was, bro. We don't
Hmm.
make no excuses, bro. When the Lakers lose, they lose, bro. Like
Hmm.
we come from that era. We don't make excuses, man.
Hey,
You're the
bro.
best player.
Hey,
You're the
T
best
Price.
player.
T Price. Not to
Yeah.
cut you off. D'Angelo Russell just went to the Dallas Mavericks though.
But look how much money though. Tickets playing
Two.
that early though.
Yeah. Two
I don't
years for
feel
13
sorry for him.
million.
Oh,
hey,
he getting robbed. He's
Two
getting robbed.
years.
He was a
if I
lottery pick.
can, hey, T Price, if I can, I'm gonna try to get D'Angelo Russell up in here so you break down his career.
Man, them Dallas look good too. Though I'm looking at these mom, man. They hey, like you said, the West gonna be loaded though. But back to
Yep.
you were saying though, you were saying that uh, JJ Barea and
Oh yeah, they was killing the Lakers too. I'm like, dude, they was the Dallas. Dallas was hitting on all cylinders at that time. And I remember the Lakers. The Lakers, even Andrew Bynum came out and said that. He even came out and said that, hey, we got some stuff that's going in house. They had too much stuff going on. The Lakers there was a lot of injuries, but we don't make no excuses
excuses.
though.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
what I'm
right, right,
saying?
right.
This is what they do though.
But here's the thing: Kobe didn't have, but he ain't had that super team. Not everybody was in their prime. And if you notice, once the Lakers lost to Dallas, that team started breaking up. Though they had they run. They went to 3 straight finals.
Yeah, yeah,
So everybody got they run in them. You know what I'm saying? It was time to break up. You know what I'm saying? The team wasn't good enough
yeah.
anymore.
Absolutely,
Yeah, it just wasn't
absolutely.
good enough. So like you
And
said, we
Andrew
don't make no
Bynum, he ended up
excuses.
being
We don't make no
Andrew
excuses.
Bynum wanted to be a tech guy. He was smart. He was a
Mhm.
very smart guy. You know what I'm saying? And and this is the thing too. They like to prop up everybody else, but then we start bringing out this man played with more teams Then the Avengers. He had the Avengers kind of players
Yeah,
on
more
throughout
players.
his
Yeah, it's
career.
not. It's no comparison though, man. It's really no comparison though, man. Like who the talent, the players that he played with though, man. You know what I'm saying? You like I said, if you'd have put Kobe on 2011 with the same team they played Dallas, they win in that series.
I say this though too. Now they're gonna get me in my bag right quick. Put Jay Reid on there with the Lakers. You think the Lakers going three
No,
straight finals? Nope.
nah, absolutely not.
Nah.
Nah,
Yes, ma'am.
absolutely not with power. Nah, not LeBron. No,
Nope.
because I'm gonna tell you, LeBron jumper. It kind of right then. He didn't really. It actually got better throughout the course of the years, though. So nah, they wouldn't have made no three straight finals. Nah.
He's okay. He still shoots like 33% from away
Mhm.
from the field, because he get all his points in the. And this is another thing people kind of fail to realize. If you look at highlights of all the great players,
Mhm.
it make you say, like it just make you say, you be ooh and be like, man, Kobe did this, Dr. J or whoever did it, bro. Like we pay homage to the players like that. This is why I don't
Mhm.
like certain players in this era. When you get somebody to say something like this, right? I
Mhm.
don't have to respect anything that you say, Raymond. How can
Oh,
you talk about a player that's the greatest of all time, and your teammate and you also has 4 rings? It doesn't make any sense. I don't see how Steph can even tolerate you, bro.
yeah.
Steph must really be a Christian. He has to be a true Christian to deal with you,
Mhm. Yeah.
man.
Look, but back to what we
He's
were
the
saying
best in
with the
his
with
era.
so when you said that LeBron, if you put him on the Lakers, you don't think he'd have
Hmm.
won three like Kobe did.
No,
But here's the thing though,
he was.
because look, now he would have to play in the system though, the triangle. And I
Yes,
don't know if LeBron is really, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he would have
that's why I
wanted,
say he wouldn't.
yeah, he wouldn't though, man. I think LeBron like coaches he can run over though,
Mm-mm. He always wanted
That's
somebody
why. That's why.
he
That's
can
why. That's why
control.
I had two round. I had two round a couple weeks ago. Do a video on Phil Jackson, Chuck Daly. I told and I said myself, LeBron would not respect Chuck Daly or Phil Jackson. He would try to butt heads with them from the start to finish.
man. Yeah, because he think he know more than the coaches though, man. That's been his makeup. Look, we did with Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley down there. Like, come on, man.
Paul
Like,
Sallis.
Hey, what's that coach that took him? What was that European coach that
uh,
took him to the finals? He got
dang,
him
what's his
up out of
name?
there. Yeah, see his face.
I
Man, he
forget
like,
his name though, man. I got his face, like you said. Yeah, I got his
man,
face.
what's that dude's name? He was a good European, legendary coach known in Europe. He was known legendary, and
I
just let
mean,
this dude go.
Frank Rogel, he got him out of there after they won the little bubble. Who's that? Darvin Ham took him to the Western Conference. Now he got JJ Redick. And if he leave, I'm like, hold up, man. You got everything you wanted. You wanted JJ Redick. So you gonna leave. So you basically gonna leave JJ Redick. You're gonna leave him there and LeBron there if he do leave.
And, hey,
Because I'm gonna
thank
say
you, Chess. David Blatt. Thank you, David
David
Blatt.
Black.
Thank you,
That's his
Chess.
name.
Shout out to my boy
Okay.
Chess. I knew Chess was gonna let me. Shout out to my boy Chess. Ready, man. Hey, Chess,
Mm.
man. Hey, man. Hey. Oh, I forgot Wimbledon is on. Hold on, y'all. I'm a big tennis fanatic too, y'all. So I get into that tennis too. I, I know I don't talk about tennis on here, but I know who's the greatest. I'm rooting for Coco Golf in the female side. I ain't got a favorite in the men's yet. There's a couple players I like though, but
When was Wilmington start on T Price?
it already started, bro. Started today.
Dad, I didn't know that because I was at the doctor all day.
Yeah, they showing it on ESPN. You know, ESPN. Did anybody notice First Take did come on ESPN this
Oh
morning?
my
First Take
goodness,
came on
man.
ESPN
Hey,
too.
bro. Hey, T. Price. Clint Capella
Yeah,
went right back. He went right back to Houston.
Oh,
Clint Capella.
ooh,
Oh my goodness, man.
man. Hey,
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 Slim, they
this,
loading. Hey, they
hey, the
loading up
West is
though.
the West is going to be lit. But this is one thing though. I'm not slighting
Mm.
OKC. Oh, I know everybody think. Excuse me. I know everybody think that OKC just a one trick pony. I don't see it, bro. Them boys are way too young, bro. I
Ooh,
don't
Oh yeah,
see it.
that's a big move. Going back to Houston.
he going back to Houston though. I mean, you already got Adams and who? But he played the center though.
Sagoon,
You got
Sagoon.
Sagoon. What's Sagoon? He the power forward, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
Sagoon played power
hey,
forward with Steven Adams.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. Oh,
Levert is going to Detroit.
I just saw that. Yeah, I just saw Levert. Yeah,
Oh,
Levert.
he went to school at Michigan, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he going to Detroit. Man,
I
hey,
can
look,
play
that,
with Savard. He cold
hey,
though. I just
them,
see he another player that's cold, though, bro. He just need an opportunity. But you got all these older. Look at it, all these older players that's taking up all the room and let these younger players shine, though, bro. See, back in our era, the older players, what they did, they get out the way. These dudes here, they don't want to get out the way. They don't want to
right,
get out.
right.
They don't want
I'm,
to get out the way.
I'm gonna tell you, them Texans team, Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. Man, San Antonio gonna be a
Oh,
problem too. Them
I
three
didn't
teams.
understand San Antonio, right? Because I
Mm,
know you got De'Aaron Fox. I
hmm.
like De'Aaron Fox.
Oh yeah, I like them too. Yeah, yeah.
And Dylan Harper. Them two, like to me, are like the same kind of players.
Hmm.
And you still got CP. I understand you keep CP, even though
But
CP, he got the biggest curse I ever seen anybody that has
I
it.
think he
Yeah.
wants to. I think he made. They said he want to go back home to LA. Is
Hey, the first round come on at 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't mean to cut you off. First round come on 6 o'clock in the morning, my time, Lou. So he'd be 8 o'clock in the morning, your time.
Listen, because I'm supposed to be going to see about a new apartment tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's come on. The Wimbledon gonna come on tomorrow. It came on today, but go ahead, Elder.
But you talking about San Antonio Spurs? You see, the one boy been working with Michael Jordan training this off season.
who that?
Ted Grover. Who was that?
The big man, said,
You talking about women?
Oh, you talking about Women Yaba?
yeah,
Oh,
Man,
okay.
this is the thing about Webby, right? And I watch him overseas, right? He plays like a guard, but this is one thing I don't like about the league, dude. You was too tall to be out there shooting 3 pointers, man. You need to have your behind down there in the block, bro. But
Hmm.
this is how they want the game.
that's why they trying to put muscle on him right now.
Yeah, that's what he need.
Well,
Yep. Hmm.
he gets some muscle just like Chet. Chet, hey, I watch you at
Yeah.
Gonzaga, bro.
Yeah.
AKA Frankenstein. You need to hit the weights, brother.
Hmm.
And then I'm sorry, man. I think Gildas is a great player, but they saying that him and Williams can be the next Pippen and Jordan. I'm like, oh hell no, I can't see
No, they
that.
try. This is the thing. See, we don't pay attention to that. Real people like us. But what we do, y'all, we judge a player after they what they
I was like,
retire.
yeah, retired.
We
Yeah.
don't. I don't judge players as long as they go. Just grading them. That's just we don't do it like that.
Hmm.
ESPN is desperate. ESPN will say anything stupid and
To get
diabolical.
somebody to talk, something to talk
Just
about.
get them
I'm sorry,
right.
Pippen was a great point forward and a great defender. I don't see that
Mhm.
in Williams. I, di- I don't see Williams winning
Williams.
defensive play.
Oh, Williams. Hey, he made defensive team though. He made a Jalen. Hey, shout out to
But
J Dub. I watch J Dub. Hey,
At the
okay,
level
we
Pippen,
understand. Pippen, we get it, Lou. The level of Pippen, that's a big. This is one thing
Yeah,
about us. We ain't gonna put them expectations on him like that
yeah, we can't
because
do
the
that.
one, it's unfair. It's
Yeah,
totally unfair. It just is, though, man.
yeah.
I don't pay attention
But
to stuff
it's
like that.
unfair. It's unfair for them to even make that comparison, though.
Right.
For them to even say it. Oh, the Nets Pippen, man, you can't say that because what they
Well,
say.
look how long it took Pippen to
I thought Jason
go ahead.
Tatum and Jaylen Brown was the Jordan and Pippen.
Oh, man, they
it's
be
like,
trying to they been trying
you
to
think
they be trying to break them up.
everybody talking about the Bull team. It was easy for the Bull team to win championship back in the '90s. Like,
And then it
it
wasn't
wasn't.
live. It wasn't live, bro. This is me, bro. I ain't gonna argue with somebody, but you can't sit here and and as knowledge admit that you're wrong.
Yeah, most of the
And
people
it,
that's probably saying that is young people they ain't see. Most of them. Now you
yeah,
still got some people
that
that
was
seen it and still would say that though. But yeah, for the most part,
right.
it's these youngins. Like I was debating a dude yesterday. He's saying that Kevin Durant is a better scorer than Kobe Bryant.
Whoa.
He ain't better scorer than Larry Bird. So
Yeah,
you
they
need
say,
to
yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You bet. Come on,
I
bro.
can throw some
I said, how
names.
old are
I
you?
can throw
Look,
some names.
hey,
I
T.
can
Craig,
throw some names. We can go all the way back.
hey,
Elgin
look,
Baylor.
this
You
the
got
question.
Elgin in your name.
This the question I asked him. I said, how old are you? He said 19. I said, all right, that
Oh
explains.
yeah. Boy,
Yeah, so
he's still eating them. Can't get enough of them golden crisps.
I,
He,
yeah,
always
he,
say if you wasn't born in the 80s or 90s and you were born up in the 2000s, that means you haven't really seen real basketball yet.
right.
then again, you got people that's our age and older. What they doing is they dropping the ball too, because
Yeah,
they
they is.
stepping down to their level. You see what I'm saying? We not doing that. I know I'm not doing it. That's why my expectations of a player and this is another thing too. I'm gonna constantly bring this home. I do not rate players. I do not. But there's no way on this planet that Jay Reid should be number two. There's no way. You can put
Yeah,
whoever you want to put right there. He do not deserve to be there at all. He got
yeah,
this is one thing I understand about people, right? How can y'all say this dude is number two when everybody that's on ESPN, you got people on Fox Sports, and look at Fadeaway World, right? You remember when Fadeaway World used to keep it real? Now all of a
mm-hmm,
sudden now that you can tell these people getting paid off now. You
mm-hmm,
got what's that dude's name? What's that dude's name? What's the dude's name? Oh my God, not Peter Vesey, but Peter Vesey was the old school guy. Man, y'all thinking? Yeah, we was. Let's go back old school. The
mm-hmm.
media back in the day, they used to crucify you if you was a superstar. It didn't
Yeah,
care
who
who
you was? Yeah,
you was. It didn't care if
mm,
it was Mike, David Robinson, Larry Bird. They didn't care who you was, bro. You know, only person that I seen that get eliminated. Everybody, I've been saying this for years on YouTube. I said it on for about 4 years on my channel. Jay Reed doesn't get the smoke, but they hold everybody else to the highest standard and critique him, but to get this dude a pass. You know why? Because
mm,
as my boy Lee used to say, he's manufactured. This dude's straight manufactured for real, man. And I don't see how what everybody be saying.
You remember how that you remember how they gave Magic Johnson that smoke after losing that finals?
Yeah,
What they used to call
tragic,
him when
tragic Johnson.
Travis Johnson. Yeah,
Yeah, they call him
mm,
tragic. Yeah,
mm,
and this is another thing too. Y'all always want to hold MVPs a lot of weight, right? Y'all say Duncan is better than Kobe, but I don't even compare them to. Duncan played power forward, but one thing I like about both of them players, they both stayed with the same
mm,
franchise.
right.
But one thing about San Antonio was always in contention though. They always had a nice squad. Y'all
Mm,
don't know, you don't know. You wasn't living. I'm sorry, you wasn't
and
around. I'm telling you.
you had guys like Tim Duncan, Dave Robinson willing to take a pay cut to get more players in there.
Yeah, that part
And
though too. Like we seen the Spurs grow up. Like I seen the Spurs literally grow up. Like for real. Like the Spurs, Duncan was nice, bro. I remember watching him at Wake Forest because Allen Iverson's teammate in high school was the point guard for Wake Forest. Y'all
Randolph
know?
Chivers.
No, that he was after Randolph Childers. He was before. He was after Red Hot Children. I just had the dude's name in my head. Oh my God, he just got it. Oh my God. I got him. Tony Rutledge. Look him up. He was the point guard when Tim Duncan was at Wake Forest. Tony Rutledge was cold. And you remember him and Allen Iverson was in a backcourt together in high school. That was scary. I bet that. Look it up.
You can I look at Alvin Allison's high school career. You can say he's the best. He would have been one of the best NFL players in history if he went down that route.
Hey, a lot of people forget about Nate. Nate Robinson was a dog at football too, though. He ended up playing basketball. We see Charlie Ward at Florida
mm,
State, won the Heisman.
mm.
In the
Is that
in the
Julius
yeah.
Peppers?
No, Julius Pepper was another one. Yeah, played basketball, played
Don't forget about
football.
what's the name Brooks to play for New Orleans Saints back in the day.
Who?
Brooks. You talking about Aaron Brooks?
Talking about Aaron
Yeah,
Brooks. Oh, Aaron Brooks. Yeah, who that gonna beat them Saints? That's what they say in the law. Shout out to my people down there in Louisiana, man. That's second home to me down there too.
Yeah, Brooks. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, bro. Hey, man, they had some squads back then, man. That's what I'm saying, though.
Virginia, that's where the athletes just come from, Virginia.
Yeah, I remember they had Terry Dean. I remember they had Terry Dean, and when they upset it, they had Curtis Staples. That's another name a lot of people don't know. Talking about a shooter,
Mm.
Staples, boy. That boy would shoot your eyes out, boy. I'm telling you, like they had like y'all youngest, y'all don't understand. They always had every team had 3-point shooters, bro.
Yeah.
Every team had enforcers. Every team had a center. Every team had a point guard. That you might have a point guard, a traditional point guard, or you might have a scoring. Scoring guards has always been a part of the league, bro. They just didn't start with y'all, bro. But Tim Hardaway, back in the day, Texas two steps, scoring guard.
I remember no Virginia team, the early Virginia team back in the ACC used to challenge Duke in North Carolina. They would
Yeah,
never
back
got
when they had Ralph Sampson too. Ralph Sampson too. Ralph Sampson was a beast. And Virginia used to have. I just remember this basketball anyway back in those days when I was younger and everything like that, and just watching them grow to go to the NBA, and some of them had great careers. Like we seen the hype, right? We seen the hype, like the Great White Hype, for instance, right? And it's no disrespect to white people when I say it. People like to flag over everything. And dude, I'm not racist by a long shot. Let's just cut that out the way.
You
My,
ever
my
seen that?
parents
You ever seen that
raised me
documentary
like
on
that.
You ever seen that documentary on the ACC and all the great teams they used to have?
Yeah, man. Hey, look, come on, bro. I watch all of that, bro. Like that, and I could go back all the way back to the Big Eight when the Big 12 was the Big Eight. It used to be Kansas, Colorado, Kansas State, Nebraska,
I can
Missouri,
see why Michael Jordan
Oklahoma,
pat. I can see why
Oklahoma
Michael
State,
Jordan pat. I can see why Michael Jordan
Idaho.
I can see why Michael Jordan patted his game at your boy from NC State back in the day.
And this is the thing, though. That's anything in life. This is why I don't understand people, right? We all pattern ourselves behind something, right? Some people pattern they life how they mother or they father or they you know what I'm saying, and they combine all that with the knowledge they already have and they go on with it. You know what I mean? That's why I don't understand it. Like it's just getting crazy. Like the disrespect for the legends is at an all time high.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to prop up. So I always say this too. If you always got to tear down another player just to prop somebody else up, you lost the argument. Period.
Right. Yeah, you did. Yeah. I agree.
Let me look at this Eastern Conference though next year though, man. That's gonna be interesting, bro, because the East is gonna be wide open, man. And I feel like
But
I
look,
feel
it don't
like
even matter who goes to the championship now. These they gonna lose. Whatever team come
yeah,
out
the
that west.
title's coming. Yeah, the title's coming from the West. That's
Yeah, the title coming
facts.
from the west though, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you, man. Yeah.
What do you think about Detroit make to the finals next year?
Okay, because look, now I'm looking at all the teams in the East, right? Okay, we can take the Celtics out the equation, right? Then you got the Knicks. They gonna be relevant.
Yeah.
They still trying to find a coach. Then I think Brooklyn Nets is gonna be better this year.
Mm.
Um, I know Job Bond is not with the Brooklyn Nets no more. Job Bond is now assistant coach at University of Kansas because Coach Roberts, the assistant coach, a longtime assistant coach, he has retired. So Job Bond took his spot. I don't know what the Sixers going to do
Davis retired.
because, huh?
Coach Roberts retired.
Yeah, Coach Roberts, the assistant coach, Bill Self, right here, man. Yeah, he retired, bro. That's why they got Job Bond. That's
Damn,
why
I
they
ain't
got
know
Job.
that.
I knew that. Yeah, there's a lot of things I know, Lou. I just don't, I don't put out. I don't be on here like I used to. You know what I'm saying? I probably come once a week or twice. When I was doing it every day, nobody was coming through and showing love. But the fake ones, the real ones still stayed around. But you know how the fake ones is. They go out and make other channels, make other hate videos, doing all that stupid behind stuff. Okay. I don't know what Philly's gonna do next year. I did like how they drafted though. I did like the picks that they drafted. The Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell, you got to show me more, man. You said I heard your comments. So you're gonna use it as fuel to come back next year. Well, you better come do something because a lot of people just think he's just a first round exit,
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I'm saying. So,
But I like them
and
Magics, though. Like you said, I like them Magics.
What about
the
Atlanta?
Pistons gonna
Atlanta,
be better. I'm not
Atlanta
counting
gonna be
out
better.
Giannis. Ah, I, again,
Oh
I
man,
don't like Quinn Snyder. I don't like Quinn Snyder. He's him,
Brook
Billy
Lopez,
Donovan,
Brook Lopez went to
him,
the
Billy
Clippers.
Donovan, and what's that other coach name? We just said it. Him and Nick Nurse. Them three coaches should not be
And
in the league, bro.
I can't believe they gave Billy Donovan a sentence, man. Like I was pissed about that.
Man, Chicago ain't trying to win no more, bro. Like, hey, yeah, but you know this though. But check this out though. But these are all facts though, right? It don't matter what color you is, but you got the color of the protection in the NBA. Look what Quinn Snyder been doing in Atlanta. Look what Nick Nurse been doing with Philly. Been dropping the ball, man. Been dropping the. And what is Utah going to do this year too? Dude, Utah, y'all better not be in no lottery. It's time for y'all to show and prove now. Y'all got some good dudes on y'all drafted some good. Excuse me. Y'all drafted some great players, man. So we gonna see what you're gonna do with Larry A. Because I call Danny Ainge the Joker. He got all the deeds. You know, he got all the draft picks, just
But
like
the Bulls,
OKC.
like and the Bull fan T Price, I got a bad feeling they're gonna lose Kobe White in a trade this season.
Yeah, I've been hearing his name too much. Yeah,
I don't know what the Heat gonna be like next year. I know the
trash,
Magic gonna be better.
trash.
I know the Magic gonna be better, and this is a testament to Coach Mosley. You know, but we seen it before too. We seen it with the coach from Toronto. What's his name? Oh, I see his
Uh,
face right now. The black coach.
you talking about? Dang.
He built that team up, and then they fired him. Here come Nick Nurse, and then they win the championship. But guess who gets all the credit? Ding, 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 ding. No, that wasn't your team, bro.
Right.
You benefited
I like
just like Steve Kerr benefited from
Mark
Mark
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, yeah.
You
you know
know,
what I look at Ben Terrell. It almost seems like he could be an MVP finals next year. He got everything you need to be an MVP. Like he can rebound, he can make shots, he gets his teammates involved. Like he got everything you need to be an MVP finalist. But if Jay Reid does go to the East, they're gonna surpass him. They're not going to even give him a chance to be an MVP finalist.
Yeah. Brook Lopez went to
they
the
still
Clippers.
got a chance.
They just signed Brook Lopez to the Clippers.
I don't know what the Clip game doing, man. With a lot of these teams, man, I don't know really what they doing anymore. Because
Yeah, I
I've been
mean,
saying this for a while. Who
I'm gonna
had
say Giannis, man.
teams
Giannis
that's
loses
good
some
enough?
players.
Now he definitely needs some help, but you notice what they mainstream media is doing right now, right? They try to pressure him to leave.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? And then that's not cool. But where's the honor and respect? That's why ESPN, I don't respect y'all, bro. Like I don't. Like I've been lost respect for y'all. Y'all want to miss Kobe Bryant and everything that y'all do, but then at the same time, you gonna let somebody get out there and take a dump on him like that?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't respect y'all, bro. I don't respect that.
I look at the Clippers lineup where you gonna have probably what Zubac at center, Lopez at power forward,
Hmm.
Kawhi at small forward, Harden at what shooting guard or point guard,
Hmm.
and who else? Who else you gonna put in that starting lineup?
I don't know, bro. Mitch Richmond. Shout out to Mitch Richmond, man. Happy birthday to Mitch Richmond. When I was growing up, he took his whole junior college squad and went down the road where I lived at the time at Kansas State. A lot of people forget how cold Mitch Richmond was, bro. Mitch
Oh
Richmond
yeah.
was that dude, the
Oh
Rock.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shout out, what's up, Ron? My brother Ron Time is in the building.
Yeah, Mitch used to give Mike that work though, man.
Hey, the Clippers may make some noise next year in the West though. Right? They may not win it all. They're gonna give team a
I
challenge
don't
though.
trust James Harden. I don't trust James Harden. James Harden do not show up when it's time to show up. He
Yeah,
showed his hand too much, and
yeah,
and
yeah. I ain't worried about
that's
that.
just my opinion, y'all. And this is one thing I understand about y'all fanboys. Okay, if I make a comment about your team, don't get mad at me about it. Y'all just take stuff
Right.
too personal. Get out. You gotta stop that film. That's women energy that y'all be doing.
All it is
So,
opinion, though.
Ron,
You know, it's opinion. You know.
boy, Ron, boy, Ron Todd is in the building. I don't want to let him come back in. Okay, so let me see. Let me update. Let me see what y'all.
You okay now, man?
Remember how we be on Ticket Train and all of a sudden breaking news come out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let me talk about D'Lo right quick. You know, I don't feel sorry for D'Lo for one simple reason, right? When Darvin Ham was coaching the Lakers, you went against Darvin Ham. You went against him. You took dumps on him. You was with Jay Reid and Anthony Davis, right? It, it, for you, we already know when you play with Jay Reid, your value goes down. I don't understand why it's like that in the NBA, but we don't know the answer to that. But that's a known fact. When you only get 12 million, then and you was a lottery pick, that's
Mhm.
bad business, bro. But then again, you reap what you sow though too, because if you was sat there and did the right thing, stood by Darvin Ham, because Darvin Ham was playing you. They was playing you when everybody
Why not leaving, man?
Jay Reed fans was saying that he don't need to be playing.
He's looking back.
Mhm.
Hey, Papa.
He still was out there playing that man. But but then look, I don't feel sorry for him, bro. Dude, you did it to yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? You
That's
can't
what the
sit there
Kings
and talk smack
restaurant.
about somebody don't think
All
that
them
they ain't
shit.
coming back
Even
on you for real.
the cleanest, like even at Woodcliff, the 5-star restaurant Horizon I worked in, they got the mouse traps in there because I used to be running through the kitchen. It's a food source.
Yeah.
All right.
It seems like he trying to win though, man. So you saying
Yeah,
he shouldn't have took that deal
yeah.
though. Yeah, he trying to win
Not
though,
only that,
and trying to reconnect, probably trying to reconnect with AD too.
it's that too, but at the same time, his value, he messed up his own value though. Because this is
Mhm.
what happens when you play with a lot of people. Look how they did Russ.
Right.
And this is another thing I never understood about Jay Reed, right? You have all this power. I mean, all the power. You didn't stop them none for talking about your teammate, dragging them on the bus. You had everything you can do to stop all that. That let me know he was self-centered.
Hmm.
I want to ask my boy Ron. So, hey, Ron.
What up, bro?
Hey, man, how you feel about what's going on in free agency and everything like that? What you feel about Jay Reed and what he said today?
I didn't even hear what that nigga said, man. What that nigga said?
But basically, Rich Paul came out and said that he opted for his last, on his deal, right?
Right, I
Like,
know
right,
that part.
yeah, and then he basically was saying that, um, that let me, how I want to put it, how I want to put it. Uh,
Come on.
hey Lou, how did he put it? How I'm trying to frame this
We
right.
want to see what the Lakers do before he demand a trade.
That part, yeah, I could think of that part.
He said he wanted to see what kind of move the Lakers gonna make if he gonna demand a trade or not. Because if they don't make the right moves, he gonna ask for a trade to probably
And
to
look, and
Dallas
look,
to
and
Dallas Mavericks.
and the thing is, if you see it, the Lakers ain't making no moves there. They probably doing this intentionally to get
They
them out
can't.
of
They
there.
can't. They can't. Really, they can't make any moves because he took that. He opted
He
in
took,
and take
yeah,
that
yeah,
Took
money.
all the
yeah,
money.
he opt in. Yeah, he opt in. Yeah. So you don't think that's a move that LeBron did intentionally so they can trade him though?
Nah,
Probably.
absolutely not. Well, first of all, If he opted out, the only place he could really sign back was with the Lakers, or he would have to go to Brooklyn or Charlotte because they're the only ones who got max cap space. It's only like 3 teams that got cap money this year: Detroit, Charlotte, and Brooklyn. That's why they said this was the worst year to be a free agent. That's why you seen everybody opting into their contract.
Right.
Teams who held
Okay.
players' birds, right, like Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie opted out, but he opted out with, I'm getting a new deal with my team. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's my man. I was talking to you yesterday, though, bro, on ticket. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's how I
yeah,
recognize that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Ron
now,
Time, we always over here. That's my brother, man. That's my
Okay.
brother.
Yeah. I
So
said, man, he
we
sound
all
familiar,
Ron
though.
tight.
Okay.
We and Ron Time will tell you. Hey,
Yeah.
Ron Time, I missed your cooking yesterday, bro, because I got to go back and play that stream, though, because that's how I met Ron Time. That's how I met
Yeah.
Lou.
Yeah.
That's how,
Okay.
ticket, man. There's a lot of, man, we all met on Ticket Channel, bro, chopping it up, talking basketball, man, for
Right.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I remember Ticket started, it used to be him and LBZ. It used to be Ticket and LBZ, and shot the rest of peace of my boy, LB. And then LB started coming around. Then too, bro. I didn't know everybody was all affiliated with one another. And then I was like, oh, that's the fan. I remember I miss the times with you. I used to do the live streams. You know what I'm saying? We used to have some good streams though, man. But it's just crazy right now, bro, man. It's crazy, y'all, because this is gonna be an interesting off season. It's already starting off that way. But then again, he always try to take somebody's shot. Why you gonna sit there and take a jab at Cooper Flag for? Cooper didn't do nothing to you.
what did he say to
Well,
him?
I didn't
What
come.
did he say? What did he say about
Oh,
him?
oh, oh, he's in the best situation. He get to play with an all-star, multiple all-star champion, and everything. He don't have the pressure. I'm like, Jay Reid, man, you is so, man, stop, bro. You always
Uh,
gotta take somebody's shine, bro. Nobody
right.
don't like.
Nobody want to hear from you in the all season, bro. Like, come on, man.
And how many first round exits he been having since his tenure with the Lakers? Y'all can
Uh,
pick which year it is. He only been there 8 years, going on 9.
I didn't know it's been that long. Dang, that 8 years went by
And
fast, man.
time go by, dude. He came to the Lakers right before I moved out here, bro. No, I was already out here already. Yeah, because I
No,
left.
you said 8 years? No, he got the 20. What did he get at 2020? Oh no. He won a chip. He won a chip 2020, but he did get okay. I got you.
Yeah, because I've been in Oregon for 8 years. So that's how long he been out here.
Dang.
hmm And yeah, and I'm standing on my stand. I don't care what y'all fanboys say. This is one that I understand, people. How somebody gonna tell somebody who a fan is? Well, I know more Laker history than some of y'all don't even know. I can name bench players that people don't even know about. Don't play this game with me, man.
Mhm.
I know this stuff, bro. Like I know my ball, man. If we could do the women's game too, I could break that down. I watched all of these players, man. Like this is what I don't understand. They always want to use clutch sports talking points and all this other stuff. The Nick Wright talking points and Kendra Perkins. Thank you for keeping it real, bro. Thanks for keeping it real, putting Tracy McGrady and putting everybody in their spot, bro.
Right.
Even
Mhm.
even though you
So,
didn't do it on national TV, but you did came out on YouTube and said something. But shout out to you though.
so when T Mac apologized, what did he say though? Did you know the word?
I gotta listen to the video. 'Cause my boy, I know Two Bro just did a video about it.
Oh, okay. Because
Well,
I heard something. I heard something about him
this?
apologizing, but I don't know what
How
he
about this,
said.
T Price? How about
Yeah,
all these people who are
Right?
how about how all these people who are mad about Angel Reese playing better than Caitlin Clark right now? Because he's
oh,
out there
shout out to
turning.
that dude. Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that. Shout out to that. This is how I know they be listening, Showtime. Hey, Showtime, this is how I know they be listening because I know Showtime's a big time Andrew Reese fan, right? Hey, Showtime, this is how they know they be listening, right? Is because everything that they be saying in his comments and anybody that talks about Andrew Reese, I see it on all these comments, especially on TikTok. TikTok, they the worst. YouTube, yeah, they don't ran off YouTube and then end up going on TikTok. And TikTok, they the worst. They the worst. But shout out to that dude. I forget his name. He went to the same college as Steph Curry. He came out and said like, yeah. Y'all was talking all that talk about. He said it on first take this morning. I'm like, now y'all want to give Edge and Reed some love. Now y'all want to give him some love. Now, like, dude, like, look, Caitlin Clark shouldn't even be in the spotlight though, bro. We already know they like to do. We do that. We see this all the time. We seen it. We seen it with Kristen Leitner, right? I'm going back to my day. I seen it with Danny Ferry first. Then I seen it with Kristen Leitner. Then I end up seeing it with Jimmy Fredette, for y'all newer people out there. Jimmy Fredette. We've seen the hype. We've seen the hype. When it comes to hype, it comes to expectations. I think Christian Laettner was a decent player. I don't think he was a. I ain't like Danny Ferry as a player. You know, I don't like dude, but I do respect the players that play. Till y'all did something I ain't never did. But we see the hype though. Let these people spread their wings and get in the ground. Man, these old dudes got to get out the way though. They taking up the space for these young players though, man. Why you think all these great players that come out of college and stay 3 or 4 years? They end up playing in the G League.
Mm.
How you playing in the G League and you proving yourself 3 or 4 years? But this is how they want you to come out, 1 or 2 years. But in college, that's how you get your game polished that way. You get better. You get better. Like, well, what's my boy's name from Memphis? I call him Y'all Mean cousin. What's that dude's name? What's his name, Ron Todd? He went to I know, oh my God, what's that dude's name? He look like he could be related to Y'all Mean. He went to Purdue. What's that dude's name?
I'm trying to think of his name too, bro. I know who you're talking about.
He look like Y'all Mean. He look like he could relate it to Y'all Mean.
You talking about Zach Edey?
Yeah, thanks, Lou. Yeah, Zach Eady. Yeah, and shout out to my boy Polo too. I saw Polo was in the building on GG stream, man. He said I finally getting a new college basketball video game again. Hey, bro, what game is that? Hey, if they come out with March Madness again, I might have to get that again myself, bro. I miss
Mm.
March Madness, bro.
Yeah.
I miss
Mhm.
I miss March Madness because March Madness, man, that game used to be tough back in the day, bro. It
What,
used to
what
be.
about the March Matter with 2K though? Was it 2K college? You ain't like
Uh,
that one?
I don't like 2K stuff, man. All the 2K stuff look alike.
Okay.
All the games look alike to me,
Mm.
allegedly, but I'm
They
old
didn't.
head, so I
They
got this
need.
little game with all these games, different old school games and stuff. I be playing Super Tecmo Bowl and all that crazy stuff. I be
Oh
growing up
yeah.
with my childhood.
Yeah. They need to come up with another fight night.
Boy, yes. I wasn't
Mm.
never good at that game, but I had it. I
Yeah.
got it. I got the one on my PS4, the one with Roy Jones. I forgot what year was the one with Roy Jones was on there. That's the one I got.
Uh, dang, that was two.
That was the only one I'm good at. That one.
Yeah.
All the other ones I suck. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That boxing game is surgical, boy. You gotta know what you're doing on that stuff, boy,
Yeah.
for real.
Hey, T, let me ask you a question though, because they got rid of Looney, Golden State, so
hmm
they need a center. Who would be a better
hmm
fit, Aiden or Miles Turner
Miles Turner. Ooh.
or
I
DeAndre Ayton? Who would be a better fit for Golden State?
See, with me, I have to say Miles Turner. 'Cause Miles, he can stretch the
The
floor
floor.
out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he does block. He does play defense though too. I ain't gonna take that away. He does block shots and stuff. A lot of people don't ain't big on defense nowadays. It's all about offense and everything like that. But um, I think Miles Turner be better. DeAndre Ayton, I don't know. I'm the type of person I don't give up on nobody. So
Mm-hmm.
it's sometimes we seen it with players though, and when we was growing up, right? Some players started off quickly, and he has some. It took them a while to get to where they at. Even
Right.
honestly, look at Kobe is a great example. Look at his first 2 seasons. Then
Mm-hmm.
after that third season, whoop, he just
Took
he
off.
never let go of that. So
Yeah. Right.
uh, I like Aiden, but you just don't know what kind of player he has with him. There's been too much stuff about him. I ain't hear nothing about him this year in Portland. But
Right.
but I think fit wise, Miles Turner. But I don't know what the Pace is going to do either because I won't let Miles Turner. You don't need to go play. I remember you came out and said that like a year or so ago that you'll play. You want to play with the Lakers, man. Stay your behind. You don't want to come to this Gauntlet West. Stay your behind in the East, bro.
Yeah.
East. Just stay in the East. You have a better chance of getting out in the East than you can in the West because the West is getting harder. You see
Man,
what Houston's
it's
doing,
one,
and it's just getting started.
it's only one center that I want, bro. It's only one
Oh, you
center.
say EA Sports making one? Okay, good, VZ. What you say, Ron?
It's only one center that I really want right now. And
Who is that?
that's Tyson Chandler Jr., that boy Ware from Miami. That's
Oh
the only
yeah.
nigga that I really want. I know we got to go get somebody, but if I have first dibs on, who can I go get to play with Luka, like everything perfect, like we can make the trade regardless, it'll be
Mm-hmm.
him. It'll be him. He is everything Luka needs. Like if you notice, I ain't said shit about the other guy. He is everything Luka needs. This is Luka team now. I'm gonna start referring to it as Luka team. I'm not even gonna refer to this other fucking contradicting fucking clown who just said Wayne culture don't count, but now he want to go to a team that can win. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck? Like that, if that's not the biggest contradiction, like you just said, rain culture is null and void, but yet your agent comes out and says you want to play for a championship. For what? Like, what is it here, dude? Like, come on, my dude.
He just telling on himself, Ron. I've been saying this dude showing,
Come
and
on.
I learned this a long time ago, man. Hey, people gonna show you who they are, man. Just give them time, man. Sooner or later, they're gonna show their true colors to you. And then when you do, you're gonna be like,
Right.
man, how did I know that? You know, it just takes time, bro. It just takes time. And people still can't see it though. You know why? Because that's how you know the media has really manipulated your brain cells. Really, one thing that Iman Shumpert said was so true. He's like, dude, you got these people full convinced that you're the GOAT. No, he said it at his own mouth. You know, it's just like it's just great. And then I find it very interesting that he keeps doing it and doing it and doing it, and people still ain't calling him out on it. But I can't wait to see what NBC going to do
I
if they
can't see.
have a Laker game, and we're gonna see how your own basically is gonna be Jamal Crawford, uh, Hoodie Mello. Hey baby, look, she don't got big run. That's her run. God dang,
No, this my grandson. That ain't my baby in her high chair. This is my grandboy.
Oh, okay. They look alike. You can tell them your kid though.
This is my grandson.
Your grandson, yeah.
Let me ask you guys something.
Go ahead.
Y'all think Shaq should have been over Chris lately on the 92 Green team?
I mean, if they was going by the one college player rule, the college player that should have been selected was Shaquille O'Neal. But for some reason, think about who's connected to USA basketball.
Mike Krzyzewski.
He's been connected to that shit ever since then.
Go way back then. That's why I was surprised either back then, though.
I think Shaq would have been.
Clancy was running it, but Mike Krzyzewski was in on that shit. He was like assistant coaches and all that. Then he got the nod over. Shaquille O'Neal. And to tell you the truth, Alonzo Mourning should have been there before him.
Yep, Mourning. A lot of people get Zoe was a beast.
Zoe was awesome. You feel me? Like, it was two players that was actually, I know for sure, was better than Christian Laettner coming into college. You know what I mean? But I guess they went with, hey, man, why choose Shaq? Because he's going to sit anyway. Because they had Patrick Ewing. Because they had David Robinson. You know what I mean? So just like, I'm kind of glad Shaq didn't go. Glad Shaq ended up going to Dream Team too. You feel me? So it's just like, you know how that go, man.
Was that before the draft or after the draft? I can't remember.
I know they always added one college player at the end of the year, so it had to be before the draft. Christian Laettner wasn't in the NBA yet when he was about to go to the NBA. When is the draft? When is the Olympics? The draft will tell you, yeah. whenever those
Cause
two Olympics was, and then just see where the '92 draft was in.
Salute, Daniel.
and plus you
Salute,
got
Daniel Dirty
Isaiah Thomas
Sports.
people. You got Isaiah Thomas people complaining talking about how come you couldn't add Isaiah Thomas to that team instead of a college player.
I mean, we all know why Isaiah didn't play in our
Yeah,
team.
God.
Isaiah should have
Right.
been on the dream team. There's no everybody say that, but between Magic and Jordan, he wasn't playing. His best friend was tied at him, and Michael Jordan didn't like him. And it's been proven that Michael Jordan said, if he play, I'm not playing.
Yep.
That's a no brainer. We love you, Isaiah, but it's MJ time.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Hey, Jordan ain't the only player didn't want Isaiah on the team. It was
Everybody,
Barkley.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah,
everybody forget Larry Bird was a shell of himself, and Magic Johnson had just told the world
Yep.
he had HIV. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So like, if people remember, it was Charles Barkley and fucking Chris Mullin that ate that Olympics up.
They sure did. Barkley was
Charles Barkley,
unstoppable.
Charles Barkley and Chris Mullin was like seemed
Molly.
like
St. John's.
behind Michael Jordan, even though Charles Barkley led us in scoring. But Michael Jordan was the driving force. But his two sidekicks was Charles Barkley and Chris Mullin. Patrick Ewing and David Robinson just killed everything up under the rim. It's like they understood the assignment. You feel me?
Oh, I forgot they is doing a little special, free agency special today. I forgot about that. I miss Wilburton, so I got to catch up on Wilburton in the morning. But I ain't gonna be able to catch up with it. Yeah, I forgot my DVR. I got enough room.
that's
On my
why they
DVR.
killed him. That's why they killed him when they said that. What they said, the '08 Dream Team would have been better than '92 Dream Team. Like,
No.
What you said? You said with what?
they said 2008 Dream Team was way better than '92 Dream Team.
I'm gonna tell you what. If they would have played the '92 Dream Team, they would have kicked their ass. For the simple fact, they was all healthy, all in their prime. Remember, Kobe was the OG on that team.
Facts.
You feel me? So they was all young and healthy. They would have beat the shit out of the Dream Team. Now, if you giving me the Dream Team to all of them in their prime,
Right. There you go.
I'm taking the '92 Dream Team.
Yeah.
Me too.
Right.
You feel
All
me?
in their primes, right?
Right. But with Larry Bird, a shell of himself, Magic,
Yeah.
not really the Magic that we know. I mean, he was still Magic, but
Right.
he had just went to the finals in '91. But remember, he had the HIV.
Mm.
You feel me? So like, they would have fucked them niggas up. I ain't gonna front. They would, because they had the equalizer. They had the equalizer. The equalizer to Michael Jordan was Kobe Bryant. You feel me? On any platform, if Michael Jordan on one team and the person, bitch, give me Kobe Bryant. For one, I can't allow them two dudes to be on the same team, and that's the only dude who's probably gonna make Mike not an X factor. Where like, bitch, okay, you got 30, I got 30. We gonna cancel each other out. You feel me? So you got to think about it. That Redeem team. That Redeem team was crazy. Now, I'm gonna tell you what a dream team would have. Well, I don't know, because Dwight was holding it down in the middle. You feel me? But if I'm not mistaken, it was really Dwight by himself, because they had Chris Bosh there too.
Yeah, he by himself. Yep.
And David Robinson and Patrick Ewing would have ate Chris Bosh up. You feel me? Now, Dwight.
I'm kind of worried about Team USA going into the future, because they came close to losing this last Olympics, and you don't know what guys won't be there around.
You're gonna have the first two picks from the draft from last year, where Star and the other kid, Ricky, whatever his name is, I can't pronounce his name, but shout out to him. And then you're gonna have Wemby. Those gonna be the Olympic team for the next 12 years for the France. All them dudes is like 20. And all them dudes was either the number 1 or number 2 pick in the NBA draft. So you got
Wemby's gonna be playing for the France team, ain't he?
And that's where Sarr and the kid Rosardo, the kid who went before Sarr last year, to Atlanta. Remember, the two French boys went 1 and 2 in the draft last year.
Yeah.
And nobody talked about it.
Like I'm
So
looking at Team USA. I'm looking at who's gonna lead the team in that next Olympic team because the reason they basically won was Kevin Durant and Steph Curry.
I'm gonna tell you who it's gonna be. Who's gonna lead them in the next Olympics? It's gonna be Anthony Edwards.
Ant-Man. There you go.
Anthony Edwards coming into the next Olympics on his mic shit. You feel me? This was his initiation right here, playing with the big homies. And the next 4 years, think about where Anthony Edwards should be prior, like no setback to injury, a major injury. The next 4 years, think about what, and Anthony Edwards is 23, he will be 27 in 4 years when the Olympics come back. That's who's going to lead us. And they're going to put everything around them. If Chet healthy, Chet going to be on that team. Bam Adebayo going to be on that team.
Tatum.
Jason Tatum going to be at. Jason Tatum might tell him to kiss his ass. They're going to have to go into their bag. You feel me? They're going to have to get dudes like Jaylen Brown. You feel me? Like they're going to have to.
Jaylen Brown should have been on the last two Olympic teams, man.
He should have been. No question he shouldn't have. He should have been. He should have been. You know what I mean? But they got Tyrese Halliburton. He'll be back in the Olympics. You feel me? So like we're gonna be squatted up. The white boy Cooper Flag gonna be there. He should be about ready to take off. We're gonna have two white boys on the team, him and Chet.
What about the big man? Because they're gonna need some size and down low.
There's gonna be Bam Adebayo. He the only one who really fit the timeline. I mean, you could probably take Anthony Davis back as the anchor, the OG. You feel me?
Yeah, like
Bam, 28. So in 4 years, he'll be 32.
That you can add that Ziti to that team too. Use him as like a piece.
I mean, I could see him getting it done. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you still got dudes out there who very skilled. Evan Mobley will be on that next Olympic team.
Damn, I'm getting back to your boy from Detroit. He's gonna be on that team.
Jay Cunningham gonna be on that next Olympic team. Asura Thompson will be on that next Olympic team. That's who gonna play in the FIBA for us over the next 4 years. There's gonna be young cats like that.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell gonna be on that team.
If we need to pull the guns out, the big guns out, just to qualify, we will. But that team gonna be like Steph will be gone, Bron will be gone, KD will be gone. Oh, we got some fire for him. You feel me? But like you gotta look.
I wouldn't have prior to Steph Curry on that team.
Nah,
for shoot.
Steph won't be on that team. Steph will be done with basketball in 4 years. Like I'm like he gonna walk away like, man, I'm good. I don't need to play no more basketball.
I know good well you did not just pee on that wall. I'm gonna get you.
You okay now? You know what I mean? So I could see Paolo Banchero gonna be on that next Olympic team.
I think the team USA got worried about Serbia.
Nah, it's gonna be France. It's gonna be Team Canada. You gotta remember Shea Gilgeous, Nemhard, Lou Dort, all of them play for Team Canada.
Yeah, I'd say Team Canada too. Canada and Serbia, because you still got Jokic in them. Jokic and the crew over there in Serbia.
Jokic would be like 34.
Yeah, I don't think Jokic should play though, man. You think he'll play?
He'll play probably nationally. If he played and just say Anthony Davis don't have no like major injuries over the next 3 years, like where you know what I mean, Anthony Davis will be on that Olympic team too as the defensive anchor. You ain't got to do nothing but rebound and block shots. You feel me? It's gonna be him and Bam Adebayo and possibly Shaq Hogle.
Salute Aries. Hey Aries, what's good with it?
You know what I mean? So I'm imagining they loved Cooper so much in the juniors when he played against the Olympic. team, he probably going to get a slot.
Yeah, because him being a dookie. Yeah.
Yeah. Halliburton will be back. You feel me? They're going to need a pure point guard. They're going to need defenders, so they're probably going to have to resort to. They're going to have to bring Jaylen Brown in. That's if he decide he want to play.
Yeah, because they didn't even get him the first time.
Yeah, and you got a lot of dudes, and I tell people, I said, yo, you got to remember, I like 08 wasn't supposed to be Kobe first Olympic.
Derek White. Derek White made he was on last Olympic team. He may be on.
I said, if y'all think about it, Kobe should have been on the 2000 Olympic team, the 2004 Olympic team, and the 2008 Olympic team. He got into trouble in Colorado. That kept him out of one Olympics, and then they just didn't bring him in on the 2000 Olympics. It was still all right, man. You only got 4 years in the league, but even though in 2000 Kobe was already a champion.
Hey, Michael Porter Jr. too. We're getting about him because he may be on.
That motherfucker sucked. They ain't putting that nigga on no Olympic team. Like that nigga.
Hey, he had opportunity. He got opportunity in Brooklyn though to build his career though.
Yeah.
I thought he should have been a whole better player than he actually had. Because he has size and everything, but then again, maybe you need to change the scenery to recreate yourself. So you do have a point, Lou. He does have opportunity, but we're gonna see if we're gonna actually benefit. Is he actually gonna do the work though?
Yeah, but I think he had it. He had it good right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't had to be the man.
Really,
you know, and he still can't really get it done as the third option or fourth.
Yeah, I know he had surgery on his thing, but he didn't make no excuses and everything. He's still out there, so I salute players that still play, giving it because we seen the great ones do it. We seen Kobe in the finals, man. How many injuries he had to that finger? He won with a broken finger and all that crazy stuff, and
shooting hand,
and shooting hand. And another thing too, that 04 was legendary. Was legendary too, even though he did lost because he was going to court during that whole season, throwing up, not even practicing, not even shooting, and it was going crazy. Kobe was going crazy in 04, but then at the same time, they put that trial during the time of the NBA Finals. In my honest opinion, if they would have said it after the NBA Finals, then it would have been.
I'm trying to remember. So he got accused. What year? You said 04?
Yeah, that's when they had Gary Payton, Carmelo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go look at that season though, bro. Elder, if you go back, go look at Kobe was going crazy that year, bro. He was going crazy.
Coming back from court, dropping 50. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Kobe was crazy. And a lot of people like, dude, Jay Reid can't do nothing that dude can do, bro. Like that's as my boy Chick Hearns would say.
Yeah. They mental makeup is different. That's why I always get Kobe the edge. He don't have that same mindset as Kobe had.
And Kobe ain't scared to fail either.
Nah,
that's another thing.
Kobe don't make excuses.
All the great ones. All the great ones never gave no excuses. They gave him they all, bro. And we didn't not start seeing this until this man started coming around. And then we seeing, Havlicek is 8-0. Like, dude, where you get that stuff from? Like, what you call it? Like, dude, like it's levels to this, bro. Don't y'all know back in the day they don't have to play one round?
Right.
Just to get to the finals, man. Stop. And they only had like 10 teams at the time.
It's different. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare that to that these teams playing now. You can't compare it. And like everybody this man had like 4 Hall of Famers on his team. Bill Russell.
Man, Bill Russell had a team full of Hall of Fame. Every one of his, even the bench, even the bench is Hall of Famers. Let's cut this out, bro. That's why they killed Wilt Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then they doesn't understand. They killed Wilt for putting up all them points, and they talking about Jay Reid is the second greatest player of all time. Dude, you still ain't got records like Wilt. Wilt still got 60-something records that will never be broken, bro. Never.
No first round.
So let me ask you something. So when did LeBron become the second best player as far as the media? when he made the announcements when he said I'm the greatest
Yeah,
of all time.
that's
Huh?
when they start putting him up, yo. To
Yeah.
me,
And that
when he crowned himself on his podcast, Mind the Game. That wasn't Mind the Game podcast, but whatever
that was
podcast he was doing at the time. Even he sat there and said that even Maverick Carter looked at him and was like, "Did you really just say that?" You
mhm,
know, that right there made him a goat because that's one thing I noticed. Something right in life is itself, right? If you know you're right and you know you about something, you're gonna say it with what? With conviction, right? When he said it, he didn't look like he didn't believe what he said, but he knew his little millions that he got planted in the media. This is why I don't understand these fanboys. Like, dude, why y'all sitting there listening to dude? Don't you know these dudes are bought and paid for?
mhm.
Because this is another thing about these JV fans too. They so used to they wasn't around when I remember when ESPN used to hold him to a standard. He's a king with no rings. That was what they used to kill him about that.
Mhm.
And they used to kill him about that. And he did everything. He's the only NBA player that I seen that did everything his way. And you still didn't pass Kobe. You still ain't pass Mike. To me, even though you got them 4 rings, you ain't better than Bird. That's just my opinion. I've been saying he ain't better than Larry Bird. I've been saying that for years, for 8 years on here.
Mhm.
I've been saying that. People
You,
are, man,
you,
you
you,
capping. Like, dude, you know who Larry Bird is? Larry Bird can talk LeBron James out of his game right now. And a lot of people don't forget Larry Bird will talk trash and do it to you on the court, though, too. Give it to you.
Yeah.
He tell you what they're going to. That's what old school players used to do back in the day. They used to tell me that, man, I'm about to go right here and go right here. He said, no matter what you do, you can't stop it. And I'm
Right.
like,
Right. You should tell me
yeah.
that.
Larry Bird threw 38 points with his left hand because he said in Atlanta, because he said when I was just bored, I want to do something new. With his
Man,
left
Larry just
hand,
talk trash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Man,
remember.
Bird
I
was a
remember when
beast.
LeBron lost to the Mavericks in 2011,
Hmm.
and man, you can't find it on YouTube no more. They took it down. Man, this
Of
man said.
course.
He said, man, it says. He said, well, I guess it went on in the man's plan upstairs. He blamed it on God. I said, man, you
Oh,
don't put God. Yeah,
oh,
LeBron.
hey, you got me. Oh, you got me opening up the vault right now. Go
Hey,
look up Tracy McGrady's interviews on YouTube. Go look at
yeah.
his post conferences. He be giving them same excuses, and guess who give out the same excuses like Tracy McGrady did?
Mm, who that?
Jay Reid. He does
Yeah,
the same thing that Tracy does. A lot of
yeah.
people don't know that Tracy been giving out excuses, y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all,
and look,
that's why I don't respect this,
and look,
bro. I don't
Tracy
respect.
McGrady, when he was on the first tape, remember Stephen A was about to get on him. He said, you said that, and here go Tracy McGrady. He gonna say you can't find the clip. Bruh, everybody remember what you said. You was up
Right.
3-1. You said it's finally good to get out the first round. Of course, we can't find it
Yep.
now. But
Right.
for you to say you can't find it, we know what you said.
Man, and this is trying to offer. Oh, they said Mike Brown will have a second meeting with the Knicks. That ain't gonna work. 'Cause Mike Brown don't have nobody on his team that could play defense other than who was that? Ananobi could play defense, and who else? And
Didn't he
they
coach?
what's that dude?
Uh,
He's close to LeBron.
yeah, I'm saying
He's
Mike Brown.
close.
Did he coach the Knicks? Did he coach? Oh, you said Mike Brown. I don't know why I'm getting them mixed up with Wilson. Is it what's the dude name? Is it Mike
Oh
Wilson?
no, you think about Coach Brown. They used to coach to Philadelphia. You talking about that dude?
No,
They used to coach the Sixers back in the day with
no,
Joel Embiid.
no. The other bald head guy. The other bald head
Oh,
guy.
Bullet Bill.
Yeah,
He remind me of Bullet Bill.
is it Mike Wilson?
Yeah,
Is it Wilson?
that's Mike Brown. That's Mike Brown.
Yeah, I know who Mike
Mike Brown.
Brown. Yeah, Mike Brown used to coach LeBron. Yeah, I know who Mike Brown is. But I'm giving him. I think I'm
If
getting
Mike
them mixed up
Brown
with
get the
another bald head one.
if Mike Brown get the
Oh,
head coaching job with the Nets, and if Jay Reid goes there, they're not gonna play any type of defense in New York because Jay Reid's gonna be like, "Nah, we don't need to play no defense. We good offensively."
But my thing is, why they fired Tibbs though, man? Tibbs got him to the
his
what?
had it coming though to him though, bro. In my honest opinion though, he had it coming. And shout out to my boy Martavis, man. Martavis, he predicted it. He predicted it on here. He was like, T Price, man. If they lose this series, he's gonna get fired. Boy, was he right about that. Man, he got fired,
But
man.
here's the
Like,
thing though, who expected? Okay, he lost the series, but who expected Knicks to get to the Eastern Conference though?
Hey, but get about this though, Elgin. Two players didn't like what he done to them. You know who them players was?
Probably the
See,
two
they
best
don't
players.
put context. No, it wasn't Jalen Brunson either.
Okay. No,
It
I
was
don't
Karl
know.
Anthony Towns
Uh huh.
and Ananobi.
Eminem. Okay.
They went to, 'cause you know it's a players' league now, so players
Yeah.
got more power than the coaches. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why another thing why you don't see good basketball out here on in this era because players think they know more than the coach. Like when we was growing up playing sports, we couldn't be out there talking about we had to listen to somebody.
Right. Right.
That's why. But you
Yeah,
know they love it, they like it.
Will's been cracking me up. He said for the last 2 years, fire tails, raise your hand and fire tails.
Oh yeah, Will's been on that train. Will's crazy, man. Shout out to my brother Will, man. Raise your hand. That boy had me dead. Don't get him. If you mention Tim Duncan to that dude, he's gonna go off the wall. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting though. This gonna be interesting summer though, man. So it's just not getting started. And and of course,
There you go.
you got some key acquisitions though, man. You got Ken Capella's going back to H Town. That's gonna be it, man. Houston gonna be nice, bro.
Houston, that's
They
what I
gonna-
said. They loaded up, man.
Shout out to my boy Greenleaf. I know Greenleaf got somebody. Hey Green, you got your boy, my boy Greenleaf, man. Shout out to my boy Green.
I think Clint Capella is gonna be on the second team when
Yeah.
and Adams is on the bench.
But that's
I
not
think
a
he's gonna be
bad.
in there with
Hey, that's not a
bad
bad
at
second.
all.
That's not bad at all. Coming in that second, yeah, man, having him as a backup.
Cause Capella, man, hey, cause him and James Harden, they was running that little pick and roll together, like for real, bro. Like,
then T Price, you can look at it like this. You remember when the Lakers had two big men, like they had Paul Gasol, they had
Andrew
Bynum, you had Kobe Bryant. They Bynum and Gasol were getting all the rebounds and getting second 10 points. You can use Capella and Adams the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting what they're gonna do because the one thing about Houston always draft well. If you really know this team, like that's one team that always draft well. Like you could bank it, and they banked in good because they got Torrey, they got Easton from LSU. I like him on there. But they're gonna be good. They're gonna be better.
You still got LeVar. You still got LeVar Smith on the team. I think.
They got A-Man Thompson. They got A-Man Thompson.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be. Hey, him and his brother gonna be some dogs. They the future.
Well, I've been hearing they've been looking for a trade partner for Thompson.
I don't believe that.
They'd be stupid to get rid of him.
Hey, Lou, that don't even make. This is why I don't be. This is one of the main reasons why I don't be really be paying attention to stuff like that. Ain't no way in the world. You really think they're gonna let A-Man Thompson go? Adoka is not gonna allow that to happen, bro. I'm telling you. He's a great. He's one of their best defenders, bro.
Bro, they just got rid of Jalen Green, bro. Please believe me. I guarantee you, Phoenix asked for a Sir Thompson, Amen Thompson. They said, "Hell no, fuck yourself."
Exactly. I don't believe that.
Oh yeah, you know they had to ask for it. I would have asked for it too, just to see.
He's coming though, bro. Like he really is coming.
But look,
listen, man. Anytime a player can impact the game the way he does without having to be a primary scorer, and he can score.
Yeah, he can score.
Yes.
You feel me? And he don't have to. And his prints be all over the game.
Oh yeah.
He's
gonna get better. Playing with KD, yeah, man. He definitely gonna get better, man. Like Houston is definitely. Y'all got Houston though. Y'all got a top two. I mean, like two behind.
Oh, we gotta stay top 6 now because you now 7 and 10 is the plan. I got them. I still got Houston as the top 6 seed. Now we got to change it. Back in the day, we used to say either 8. You know what? Get that playing game out the way, man. Go back to man. You don't make the playoffs. You don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, T. Price. I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah, stand that playing.
Yeah, they need to go.
When it benefited Jay Reid, he loved it, and then when he did it, benefit him Oh, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Oh,
This,
why
hey,
that nigga? Yeah, you man, y'all man, you be contradicting telling yourself the whole time. It's too much receipts out there,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
And
kids,
he don't mind
mom,
doing it though. He
look,
don't mind doing it though, man. You know.
yeah,
But hey,
cause
look,
he be
they,
doing
they,
it.
hey, here's the thing though. These centers going though. I see Brooke Lopez went to Clippers. I see
Lopez not supposed to get ready
Capella.
to. He's not
Yeah,
supposed to get ready to retire, bro. He
Yeah,
must be on his last stint or something.
Capella went to Houston. So only what two centers out there is what Aiden and I guess what's his name, Miles Turner.
Yeah, I saw OKC got some more size down low in the draft. They haven't made no free agent. They haven't made no free agent moves yet. So next year the team gonna still be kind of young, but you gonna have some more size down low because they got what 2 7-footers in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ty Jerome is going to. So they lost Ty Jerome to Cavs. He signed with Memphis.
Oh, he's okay. I know they was
I
talking.
like Ty Jerome, but I felt like even let's go back and then that playoff series, he shot more than Evan Mobley did. That cannot happen, bro.
Yeah,
That cannot happen, bro. And I said it during that time, like that cannot happen.
but
Oh
hold
yeah,
on,
they not
he a point guard, right?
announcing the WNBA. Yeah, he's like a point guard. Can you remember he was on that Virginia national championship team. Um, with what's his name though too? It was him. What's that dude's name? Lou Guy. Guy ended up getting going to. I don't know if Guy is still in the league or not. I remember Guy ended up getting drafted at Sacramento. I don't know where he went after that. And
Yeah.
then you had oh boy,
I think he's in Atlanta now.
shoot, how you gonna get PT over there, Guy? Man, I don't know, man. It's just hard for it's just I don't know, man. Like the league now, like the way they be doing these college players that stay 3 or 4 years, it's a cold game, bro. Now I see dudes that played 3 or 4 years and they playing in the G League, can't get in the NBA, and then they banking on the kid based on potential.
And like I said, T Price, like you may see some more trades to after midnight too, because they said your boy from Charlotte is on. Team trying to get him.
Oh, you talking about Lamelo?
Yeah.
Lamelo just gotta stay healthy, man. I like Lamelo, man. I think he just gotta, man. Man.
Like some no injury kind of made me wonder, like, is he really injured? I just don't want to play for Charlotte.
Man, I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm mad. Golden State didn't draft that boy. I was saying Golden State need to draft.
Yeah, we were saying that way back then too. Me and my boys, we was talking about that when
if he
that
with
draft.
them, the way they play too, and the way he played,
Oh man, him and you talking about Steph widening out his playing window. But look, I wish Aleezy was in here, but this is what Golden State. This is why I don't feel sorry for Golden State either, because Golden State, y'all did it to yourselves too. Look how y'all did Jordan Poole. Y'all had some dudes on y'all squad, bro.
yeah.
You let DeRaymond Safari punch barbershop old boy up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And then look, now what's the Achilles heel is?
Draymond Green.
Not only that, we already know that. Anybody that got two first names, I really don't. I was just telling my coworker this earlier today, right?
They said they got rid of Draymond Green years ago.
Man, they should have. They did, but hey, but look where he learned it from. He learned it from Jay Reid.
But
Plus Sports.
Who's they Achilles heel? Who was you about to say though?
But the Achilles heel is bench scoring powers off the bench, because Jordan Poole was an energizer bunny off the bench. You remember? Look at a lot of people forget the old school Warriors. I'm talking about the Warriors. I'm talking about old school. I'm talking old school. I ain't going back in my day. We're gonna go to this era when they start winning. Remember how deep their bench was? They had Barbosa, who looked like a Brazilian Usher. They had David Lee. They still had my boy Livingston. Them boys had a squad. They had David West. And them boy, and what's my boy name? He went to Florida. Oh my gosh, big man. They could shoot some threes.
They had
Oh
Lee.
my gosh.
Lee.
Yeah, I said David Lee. Yo.
Oh, David Lee. Okay. It was another one that said they shoot the threes. Big man. Florida.
Yeah, yeah, he went to Florida too, man. Maurice Spates, that's his name. Maurice
Oh,
Spates.
Space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maurice
Space.
Spates.
Yeah,
Man,
Space.
them boys had a bench. Cause you remember them some of them games, the Golden State Warriors bench got them back in the game. You see what I'm saying? When you that's how that team just completely, even though we know Mark Jackson was a big domino in that. That's why when like to me, I don't think Steve Kerr is one of the best coaches of all time, even though they got him up there in there because we already know why. But
Mm,
to me, you can't coach, bro. You had your
mm.
chance to coach a team to the playoffs, but you still was getting them. They had James Wiseman out there. I never forget it. 'Cause Luke could tell you. I remember doing the games, man. That's when I was one few time I was doing the games at the
Is
time.
he still in the
I
league, by the
was
way? Is he still in the league? Wiseman?
cool.
James Wiseman.
Yeah, he was the Pacers.
He went to Pacers.
Yo,
Man, I
he
never
got
known that.
injured.
That man. Oh, he got injured. Oh, so he was out for the season.
So
Man, I forgot he
basically,
got
just
hurt.
like basically to me, they didn't treat James Wiseman right in Golden State. If they were basically gave him a real chance, he probably would have been still be there doing something right now.
Oh, we could take it before then, though, Rule. We could take it back to college. Who was at Memphis? Look how they did him at Memphis with Penny Hardaway. A lot of people forget that, man.
They've been trying to set
They,
aside Penny Hardaway since he got the head coaching job there.
those are facts. A lot of people don't know, man. Man, they did. I remember, what happened to Wiseman is similar, like how, um, I won't say that because he was actually, but yeah, no, that's different. Because what I was gonna say, I see different ways in another way. Let me give you a situation. Ben McLemore used to play at Kansas. He had the red shirt. So that when the team did go to the Final Four, he couldn't play. You know what I mean? So next year was his coming out party, right? I thought Ben McLemore was going to be a better player than he actually was, though. But shout out to Ben, he did play for, the Lakers, but he should have been to me. I thought he should have been a better player. You can't find Ben McLemore no more in the league, man. It's just a shame. Like it's just a shame. You see players like him, you know, and. And look at D'Lo. D'Lo was killing at Ohio State. Remember, he was at Brooklyn. He became an All-Star. Joined the
Mm.
Lakers. You know what I'm saying? You was there. You was there on the Kobe. On the Kobe. He was on that Kobe squad. Why do they keep on showing Jay Reid all the time for? What are they
Mm.
Like
doing?
the whole Memphis situation is when he played there, they didn't like the fact that Ruger Flint and him was dominate. It was kind of dominant talking basketball. Then after he graduated and Calipari got the job, they said, "Oh, Memphis is cheating the system, getting all these star players going there." Then when Hardaway got the job, they've been trying to sabotage him since day one. See, they look at the state of Memphis as a dirty place to play basketball at. It's like a ghetto.
Man, but Memphis been one of the murder capitals of the world for a while. Like, it's just what it is, man. They got towns. Look, even Eugene, Oregon has gotten worse over the ever since COVID. Like, I live in Oregon. My boys were telling me today, like Eugene becoming like it's coming hood. I'm like hood, like Eugene. He was like, bro. He was like, man, Eugene, man. He like telling you, I'm just like. I was like, man, it's just like no matter where you go, though, man, it's just how you carry yourself at the end of the day, though, man. But
The thing about Oregon, they used to have great college basketball teams. Some reason they ain't happening right now. Because I remember Oregon, whenever you go there and play a game, it was always crazy.
oh, Dana Altman still get them boys in the tournament, though. Shout out to Dana Altman, like he does get them. He still get them in the tournament, like. But with the last, but I'm gonna say was like the last good Oregon team. I probably have to say all the way back when Luke Whitnire was with them. You know what I mean? Aaron Brooks, when they had Aaron Brooks. Hey, I remember when Dylan Brooks was at Oregon. I was watching him play it. I remember, what's his name? He played Peyton Pritchard. I remember watching him. My boy works at the U of O. You know what I'm saying? So, and even in the Corvallis, I got a partner works at the University of Oregon State though too. So I used to go to the games. I used to go to the games for free when I was living out there. I used to go to the because when I moved out here, that was when Oregon and Oregon State was really good. They both of their teams was in the top 10 in the country for a while, and then eventually Sabrina, she's now in the WNBA. You know what I mean? But they could never beat who. He said Anchorage is wild. Yeah, man, even Alaska. I'm glad you said that, Chess, because I met somebody today that's from Anchorage, Alaska, and was just telling me how crazy it is out there. He had to move his family. You know, and it was just stopping by and everything like that. He was just telling me about Alaska, and I was just like, wow, bro, like it's just getting crazy everywhere, man. So y'all just gotta be prayed up and make sure you got the right people around you, man, because everybody around is not your friend, and everybody
And y'all be
around is not
careful. Y'all be careful.
real.
Y'all be careful wherever you are, man, because these cars are blowing up now. Like you had one in Washington D.C. We had one here yesterday in Louisville, man. A car just blew up out of nowhere.
Mm, yeah, man, you just got to, bro. Y'all just gotta stay prayed up, man, and everything, bro. Like I know everybody be like, I don't hate nobody, bro. Like that's just me. I don't hate, but just you can't keep forcing me to like somebody that I know that's not that dude. That's what I don't understand about people, man. Just because they talk about you all the time doesn't mean you are that dude. So, but we gonna get back to this on Thursday, y'all. Thursday, I'm going to be on here Thursday. I just want to come in and tap in for y'all just a little bit, you know. I
Okay.
don't. Oh yeah, because this weekend I'm going to see Yin Yang Twins, and I'm going to see Yin Yang, and I'm going to see Yeah. That's one thing I like being
And
out
don't
here too.
don't
I've been
TBT
to
start next week?
concerts. TBT always starts around my birthday. I think it does though. I know the tournament. Let me see. Let me look that up right quick. Let me look that up right quick. I forgot about the TBT thing too. TBT Basketball Tournament League, and it says, okay, here's the latest news. The full, or here's the bracket. They got 64 teams, 8 regions. Round one is going to be the Louisville alumni against Boston versus Cancer. Louisville's the 1 seed. Sideline Cancer is the 4. Manacast is the 5. Then you got Florida, DRC against Team 901. It's a 6 seed. Then you got Team Diesel. Then you got LA Ignite. They're the 7 seed. And then Lexington, Kentucky is Kentucky La Familia. Then you got Stroll Squad. They're the 8 seed. Then you got War Ready, Auburn alumni. Then you got X Rated. Then you got Dunkin' Dolls, Louisiana Tech. Then you got Tampa, Florida Pickup Basketball. They're gonna be 6. Then you got Evelyn Drive. Then you got Richards Elite. Then in James Madison, you got Happy Valley Hoops, Penn State. They're the 1 seed. Raleigh 919 Legends. Founding Fathers, Jay Madison, alumni. Next Era Elite. Then you got Red Rose Thunder, The Magic Show, Shell Shock Maryland alumni against Love Virginia. Then you got number one team in West Virginia is Elite Nation. And you got the team yet for them, but it got Court Street Kings, Ohio alumni against the North, NAWF. Then you got West Virginia alumni against the Boas Dream. Then you got Heard That, Marshall alumni against Ski Warriors. Then you got Forever Cools. That's Houston. That's at Wichita. Then you got Fire Family, Run DFW 45, Challenge ALS. Then you got Austin Home, Texas Alone. That's 3-6 matchup. Aftershock, Wichita State alumni 7. The team is called No Excuses. I like that. Then in Kansas City, you got Heartfire. Then you got Sheffield Sharks against the guys STL St. Louis. Then you got Purple Rain, Kansas State alum against the Shine. JX Hoops, Kansas alumni. They play off the hook. They're the 2 seed. You got Syracuse got their squad in there. Bohan's Army. That's gonna be in Syracuse. This is on the night. Oh, this starts on the 19th of. Oh, they start
Word.
actually starts. It starts the 18th of July. It's a TV tournament.
You actually got a team called S Rated.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Then they got We Are D3. You got Lanes Hope. You got Green Mountain, Vermont alumni, Rise and Grind, Stars of Stores, UConn alums. Then you got Brown Ballers. Then you got Carmen's Crew, Ohio State alumni against Got Me Green Machine, Locked In Elite, Fort Wayne Champs, All Gall Dogs, Butler alumni, Shield 219. That's my brother's alma mater. My twin brother played at Valparaiso alma mater. Then you got Assembly Ball, Indiana alum, and then you got Fail Harder. And that's all the T's in the TBT, y'all. But anyway, hey, we're gonna be on Thursday morning.
All right, T.
I
Frank,
get
it
up.
was good chopping up with you, though, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, comment in the comment section so I can give you a wrench, bro.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. In the main chat, you can do it right quick so I can wrench you up right quick because I don't want nobody to get blocked and anything like that. We don't do the block game. We really do block trolls. We had some two trolls. We had to get them out of here. They always want to say some um unmanly things about somebody else, man. Y'all dudes crazy, bro. But yeah, but we be back here Thursday, man. We gonna be back here Thursday, bro. Thursday morning, 9 o'clock West Coast time in the AM. So I see you, bro. I'm getting rich you up right now. All right, we did that. Cool. All right. Anyway, y'all appreciate everybody for coming through, man. I really appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Just something short and sweet, man. We're gonna get more in depth with this on Thursday, and it's free agency, so I'll holler at y'all later, y'all. Y'all please be safe and be blessed out there, man, and stay protected though, bro. 'Cause you never know what's going to happen out here in these streets, man. For real. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. I'm out. Have a great night.